Oh, really? Oh, nice.
It does that, and then he forgets to turn the music off on the. Hello.
Only a little bit.
I mean, I could start screaming if you want. Okay, I can do that too. He's Marioing it up right now.
Do you need the green screen? I can fix it right now. So let me finish this match.
Match or what?
Rainbow. That's what I figured, so I'll fix it right now. Come on, guys.
Still can't believe last night. It was so funny. That was an exception. Usually on that I don't, but that was just that guy that we played with that day. Well, the fact that we lost after going like top 8 or whatever back-to-back weeks, and then we just lost the first round like horribly back-to-back on that one. It just and that guy was so bad. Oh, it's too much. Yeah. No, we are not.
Cool.
We just won't repeat it. You're gonna get that Ford F-150 in Rocket League.
Aw, he was just camping right on the corner. That's nice. That's really nice. Yeah.
All right. Here we are, live at last. I got Jokey9 and Grim with me. They can't see you right now, but that was cute, Jokey.
They'll see it soon enough.
One thing real quick, Jokey, if you could move your green screen just a little bit. Here we are.
To the right?
And then live at last. You're right.
My right.
Oh, I gotta turn on my other camera. I forgot I use.
Oh, you have Rocket League open.
It's right there?
Yeah, that's probably fine.
You see it.
Well, I don't have it you set up yet. I gotta do all the window captures and everything.
Trying to zoom in my. Yeah, that's right. Wonder if there's a way I can zoom in my cam real quick. Hold on. Maybe if I go to the settings. 1 second. Let me fix this. I got this. I got it. Let me see.
Who is that? I mean,
Me.
oh, it scared the shit out of me. I was like, is someone in here?
Good.
Oh, we almost got Crim. That Crim's little pretty mouth.
Pretty little mouth you got on you. Nice and good.
I'm pretty sure we can get your head. There we go. Look at that. You're almost a person.
Really?
Alright, we just made Jokey disappear for right now.
I'm fixing it. Hold on 1 second.
You're good.
So what's everybody up to?
What's everyone up to right now? Trying to like rein in this like thinking Discord chat. Alright.
There you go. Just have the big Jokey9 right in the middle of the screen.
Right. It totally looks like Jokey stream that way.
Always.
So I just work. That's all I do. I don't know if you guys know that. Like, I work and I stream, so. What about you, Krim?
Basically the exact same thing. That's pretty much all I do. Is I mean, you know, it was an interesting week with everything happening in Texas.
Do you live in
That's about it.
Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man! How do you even have power on right now?
Yeah,
Jeez.
Well, I mean,
You plugged into the generator of Ford F-150 hybrid.
yeah,
Oh, that's what it was.
yeah, that's what happened. No, we didn't. I didn't have power from Monday at about 10 a.m. because I was working from home, so I very distinctly remember it going out all the way until about Wednesday morning, sometime in the a.m.
Oh wow!
Like 3 or 4 in the morning, something like that.
Oh snap!
Yeah, so it wasn't fun.
When it's freezing like that, it would be.
I mean, it was like inside the apartment. I think the coldest that I realized it was at was like 30 degrees or something, which sucked. But you know, we had like 15 blankets or something on the bed to just jump under. And even then, the weird thing is, I'm just naturally I get pretty warm, a lot of body heat or whatever, especially when sleeping. So even in that cold temperature, after a while of just like sleeping there, my body heating up, I was like, this is too damn hot, and I had to take off like a shirt,
I need to go run outside
throw
and make it real quick.
throw off a bunch of blankets. Yeah, it wasn't fun. So we had.
I cannot relate to that shit at all. I'm like, my tits freeze off.
I've always been that way. I'm just like,
What is up with your entire right half of your screen? I got it. Don't worry.
I'm trying to
minimize.
my green screen isn't white enough, and I'm trying to download a software to see maybe if I can edit my cam to just point at me. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's called Face Zoom, and it's Snapcam.
It's Snapcam. That's the software.
Yeah.
Snapcam. Let me get the software.
I'll just crop that out, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to. You can even crop the left side of my body. That would be great.
Make it a little bit smaller. Right in front too.
I mean, he was last time.
Right.
It's basically the joke.
You can like make me very small on like a little corner, so I don't take anybody.
Perfect.
Yeah, just have me right on the bottom. You know that tiny. And then like, hey, let's go to our corner for our little Mexican on the weather. You know, like that's how it should go.
And now
It's
to joking
freaking cold,
with
man.
If you're in Texas, it sucks, guys.
It's not so bad now. I mean, it was
Crim. It's bad, Crim.
I mean, it's all gone now, basically. Anyway, but obviously, it gets the temperature wise isn't so bad, and even the snow and stuff's not too bad if you're used to driving in it or living in it or whatever.
Yeah.
Which being from New York, I'm pretty used to it, so not that big of a deal. The problem really just comes from it's the infrastructure and just like the state government's a bunch of fucking idiots. That's about it.
Seems alright. Yeah, didn't somebody from your government take off on a vacation during that time?
Yeah, Senator Ted Cruz flew to Cancun and then immediately flew back when it got found out. And his thing was, my daughters, who are like 10 or 11, like really young, not like in their 20s or something, wanted to go to Cancun to spend time with their friends. So I chaperoned them, even though his wife went with them.
What?
So he tried to say he had to fly with them and then come right back. It's the dumbest. Like, look, I don't blame the guy for just like, if you have the means and you can just leave while everything's being shitty, just fucking do it. But I mean, just fucking own up to it. Something like, what the fuck? The whole
About
thing,
to
but he's a
lose my mind.
pushover, so
I love how I'm like right under Oleg.
Yeah.
like he just like he lifted up his mantit and just put me under it.
you could
Gotcha,
if you angle yourself correctly, you could look like you're just holding his microphone for him.
Oh yeah, I'll be like that. Wait, is it this side? I think it's this side. I'll be like that. Oh, like I can't hear you. Did you mute yourself?
Although
Trying to see, it's trying to like catching up. Come on.
My
It's
headset
the wrong
just
way.
keeps
There we
disconnecting.
go. This way. It keeps disconnecting.
Like completely just disconnecting, and
You know
you
what
guys
that
can
means,
only
right?
hear my headset. So every time it disconnects, I can't even tell you.
You know what that means, though, right? You have
Yeah.
to drop $900 on your new headphones.
I was gonna,
don't
I was
tempt
gonna
me,
say,
Mike.
it means I overspent on these ones.
How much were those?
300.
Jesus Christ! These
You know, I say that, but
$50 at Walmart.
I did spend $300 on headsets once. This was back in like when I was very seriously playing Call of Duty pretty competitively.
Never.
So I bought right when they came out the Astros A40s or whatever Pro
Jeez.
whatever nonsense, and it was like $350 or something.
Well, okay, these are
And then
actually
because
pretty good.
they're made with like real crap cheap plastic, the top bridge bit or whatever you call it snapped.
Oh.
You know, that drives me crazy. Like, if you're gonna drop over like $300 for some headphones, I would expect not like any plastic besides maybe even just the microphone part. But like,
Yeah, I mean that was like a learning experience to be like all of those high end headsets are all made with just plastic to hold everything together. What you're paying for is obviously all the sound capabilities or whatever.
All the
but
gaming ones,
the rest
right?
of it, yeah, the rest of it's just
Because
like
I
crap.
assure you, there's like headphone brands out there, headset brands out there that are not like that.
Oh no, yeah, specifically gaming.
I was gonna say,
Specifically
because
gaming.
like I have like the over the head part on these is metal. I have an interchangeable battery. My head or my mic retracts. Like I have a lot of features on this thing. It is very nice. The biggest problem is like I don't know if my Wi-Fi interferes with the range because it's like 2.4 gigahertz or whatever, and so it loses connection because I'm right by my router.
Mm.
I get you.
So it's like kind of hard to say for sure, but
And I don't know. It could also be just this was I don't know, a number of years ago, maybe 10 years ago or around there. So they even I don't know, all the big like pro gaming brand ones. I had the Tritons also, which same thing, were pretty expensive, great quality, great like additional features and little like mix amp things that kind of came with them. But then everything that connects on top was just plastic and would snap very easy.
oh yeah, I know what you're saying. Like even if you were to get like, you know, a pair of Bose headphones, they're still pretty cheaply made. I'm just saying there are like premium brands out there that don't do that. Astro is not one of them.
Right.
But if you get like some Sennheisers, those are pretty heavy duty. It's just you're paying for them. And like honestly, given that I'm having issues with this pair, why would you?
True.
The only reason I got these is because of the retractable mic and the interchangeable headphones, or battery, so I can change the battery if it dies. Each last 10 hours. But otherwise, I don't know. Like looking for, I saw one pair that looked way better than these. The mic was smaller. Like some YouTuber was using them, and I don't know what they are. You know, where he got them.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't pay too much. I don't even know how much these were. but I don't think maybe $30-$40 at most would be my guess. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't think it's over 100, but it could be like 60, 70, 80 range maybe. But I was, whenever you mentioned, I was feeling around and I was like, I guess it is actually, these ones do have the metal right here, and then but I don't think it goes all the way up. I don't know what all the top part's all made out of, but it doesn't feel as cheap. And again, this is, 10 years on or something. Maybe it was just a complaint that got adjusted, or it's just different business policies or whatever.
Yeah. Jokey, are you in Arizona drinking an Arizona iced tea? I just want to clarify.
Yep.
All right.
Cheap. You can't really beat that.
Can't beat it, You gotta support it.
It's good.
I disagree. I don't think so.
Have you guys? So, what's the latest stuff that you guys have seen or guys have heard about in the gaming community right now?
What do you mean?
Because this week, I don't know if you guys know, I'm a huge World of Warcraft player. But BlizzCon was this week.
Was that this week?
It was this week, and it was so sudden. Because normally with BlizzCon, they usually do it around.
Was it in person?
No, it was all virtual. Okay. It was all virtual, and I think that's why they were able to change the times. Because usually what ends up happening,
aren't those usually in Texas though?
No, it's in Anaheim. It's at the Anaheim Convention Center.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different thing that was.
You might be thinking of a different one.
Karathos, he asked to be that size.
I did. I think the thing though about BlizzCon itself is the fact that because of the whole COVID event and everything that's going on, and I give them that because a lot of gaming companies have lost traction because of COVID, or because of the whole games being delayed, people losing jobs and everything like that due to COVID, people not going to work because they're all fearful of it. Why do a convention though? Like, even if it's a virtual one, I mean, I watched the opening ceremony for BlizzCon. It's still going right now. I think it's a 2-day thing. So I think today is the last day or tomorrow's the last day. And I was severely disappointed with this last BlizzCon. The last one they had was back in 2019. And even that was just pushing it. But this, everything in there could have been an email, honestly. Like, it was a waste of time.
Isn't that how it usually is?
No, Lug, it's not like that all the time, damn it.
Like, okay, Blizzard is a decent company, but the reality is, like, they have WoW. You know what I mean? Like, they have some other games, but, like, if it wasn't for WoW, they would not exist.
True, I understand that. I get that. But it's not just WoW, it's also the original stars of WoW, like Warcraft itself, because World of Warcraft eventually came into existence after they did really well with the Warcraft RTS, and then, of course, creating StarCraft RTS.
You're right. They did make really good RTS games and developed a fan base with those and fucked them all.
And honestly, yes, I can agree with you that what they were trying to do is cover their bases and compete with these other competitors. Like, they made Heroes of the Storm, their first MOBA. Like, how are you going to compete with League of Legends or Dota 2? Like, those things are, like, huge now. And, Heroes of the Storm just crashed.
They want a piece of the pie. That's shit that I will never understand about popular.
I don't care if they want a piece of the pie, but to never go back to Warcraft as it was.
Oh,
like, never?
No, well, technically they did kind of go back. They made a remastered Warcraft game.
So they did a cash grab on a Redux.
They did. They did a cash grab on a Redux. That's exactly.
Disney does that enough. We don't need everybody doing that.
No. I got a better one. I got a better one for you than that. Speaking of people who go back to the same well over and over again, Nintendo Direct was this week, and wow, was that not anything special?
I haven't even watched the new Nintendo stuff, so it wasn't special.
No, I feel like they didn't really. Did they announce anything really big? I don't think so. Skyward Sword is being re-released on whatever Switch or whatever, which
okay.
I was kind of shocked. I feel like Skyward Sword came out to zero fanfare and is not like when you speak of Zelda, you don't go, yeah, Skyward Sword, that game.
Yeah. Everybody talking about like Majora's Mask.
But I also think it's like it's in a weird gray spot. I'm pretty sure that was the game between Twilight Princess, which got a lot of like hype and stuff for it because I think that was the first Wii game or whatever. And it was really.
Wii U. Wait, was it Wii?
I think it was just Wii. I think that one was really well received, and then Breath of the Wild was the next one after it. And it's like, I don't know, you're sort of the black sheep of the family of those three games or something. I don't know. There was that. Splatoon 3 is coming out. They had a really weird trailer for that, which made no sense.
I'm not big on Splatoon.
Splatoon might as well just be balloons in my mind. Like, it's just a shitty game that people seem to be like all about.
I was shocked to learn this was the third one. I had no idea. I think No More Heroes 3 was finally given a release date or something, which is pretty good. The first one was great. I don't remember much about the second one. What was it? I feel like there was some other. The next Monster Hunter game.
Monster Hunter is going to be big. Of course, they're going to showcase that like crazy.
But it just, I don't know. I only watched it because there's a group of people watching. I want to watch it otherwise because nothing Nintendo ever does makes me go, yeah, but I want to buy it. I want to buy a system. Yep.
Yeah. No, I understand.
They go back to the same thing. Or here's Zelda, here's Mario, here's I don't know what else they have.
Zelda, Mario, and Donkey Kong?
Was it? But I think they announced the Samurai Warriors game, but I was really confused because
that's usually released for other consoles as well. It's not just
I was confused
Showdown.
Because
let's just bring that back. Come on, let's just fuck it. Nothing new. Let's just go with the same shit. It worked back then in the 90s.
Yeah. If it works, don't fix it. Basically, with their motto, what they're going with.
Right. That's why we need a new Mortal Kombat movie, because maybe this one will get it right.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, but see, Krim, see how you were able to like at least tell us quite a bit of games that will be released for Nintendo.
Oh, okay. You know what? I realized something. When I was watching the Direct, I was so confused when I saw the Samurai Warriors thing. I was like, I thought Samurai Warriors was a fighting game. And it was Dynasty Warriors, and I guess it's just literally a spin-off of Dynasty Warriors.
It basically is a spin-off of Dynasty Warriors.
Yes.
I was like, wait, they took a fighting game and they turned it into a Dynasty Warriors? What the fuck?
First off, there's nothing you can't turn into a Dynasty Warriors.
Oh, no, I know.
Very true. Very true. I think the next Dynasty Warriors is Empire is coming out for PlayStation 2 as well. Can't remember which number they're on though. I won't. There's too many to count.
Fuck if I know. Yeah.
But because you see all those games you're listing in Nintendo Direct, the opposite could be said about BlizzCon. There was even the end. I'm telling you, this is how bad it was.
No, but that's a weird one because, like Ola was saying, Blizzard is a singular developer, publisher, company, whatever. Nintendo is like this massive brand that is a publisher mostly and publishes a bunch of shit. So they can just go, here's this, here's this, here's this, here's this. I don't know. That's weird. Yeah, BlizzCon was always weird to me, but I thought there was always a lot more like PC related things because a lot of their stuff was really only PC.
Usually there's a lot of PC related things to it and everything like that, but it looks like a lot of just Redux stuff and cash grabs. Even the ending ceremony with Metallica, they had Metallica come play for them. Got muted for DMCA.
What?
For being played on. Yeah.
How does Metallica get muted for their own music?
Exactly. So they were playing it, and Twitch replaced their music with like these, like these tunes, like a Zelda forest
You know, the irony of that is, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're probably playing new stuff nobody want to listen to anyway.
No, Metallica was a big band about like anti-Napster.
Yeah.
And so now they like had to face their own music literally.
Facing their own music.
Metallica has the weirdest track record for things. Like, you know, their early days of we're never going to do music videos, that's selling out. And then I love the song One. And then they did the music video for One, and everyone's like, oh, you sold out, you did what you said you weren't going to do. And then they go, and they're all about the anti-piracy, Napster, like, don't download our music, whatever. And then they instantly jump on and sell all their shit so Guitar Hero can make a Metallica Guitar Hero. Like, right away. I don't know. They've got a weird history of being against things and then turning right around and doing those very things.
Oh, they're definitely sellouts. Like, I don't even think they hide it anymore.
Nope.
I mean, they don't. There's no reason to at this point.
Exactly.
They're just like, yeah, we sell out. We sell out stadiums. It's like,
oh yeah, they had that fucking movie not too many years ago.
right?
Oh fuck, I forgot all about that.
Like they just admit it. They just like, all right, well, fuck it, lean into it, I guess.
Yeah. Do what you got to do. In other gaming news, did you watch the Mortal Kombat trailer?
I did
for the
watch
movie.
Yes.
It looks fucking great.
I thought, hands down, I think I have high hopes for it. That's all I can say with that. Like, Mortal Kombat, such a classic to make it into a movie. And then, of course, we have the original movies.
This isn't the first movie.
No, I know it's not.
Okay.
I know it's not. I remember the original movies of Mortal Kombat. Like, even when I was, like, a kid watching those. I thought those were,
like 95 or something.
Yeah, I was, like, going bonkers over them because I was like, oh my god, Mortal Kombat movie. You know, it was 95 for Mortal Kombat, 97 for Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Yeah, and like, I was just like, oh my gosh, these movies are so fantastic. But then actually seeing them done for legit, like, in CGI base of what we could have movies are or what they are today, I'm actually really excited for it. Like, I think it. Hopefully, if they actually stay true to like their fighting choreography and everything like that, and bring in some actual good.
I mean, it sure as hell looks like it. Just in that clip in the trailer.
Just from the trailer.
Did a fucking X-ray to somebody.
I'm like super excited though for it, and I'm glad. I'm really glad that they're bringing in, you know, like, their whole signature sayings when they come back to it. Like, everybody's gonna go freaking out, of course, with freaking Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And
if they don't say toasty, it's all wash.
Right, exactly. Toasty. And like, they even bring in the announcer. I guess the announcer is gonna be character based as well, because you heard him in there saying "finish him." So hopefully. It's gonna. I think
they sort of showed it in the trailer. Maybe played their hand a little bit too much, but you know, there's
Trailers
a lot.
Never do that. What are you talking about?
But I mean, it's hard to tell. I don't know if they've said how long the movie's gonna be. I'm thinking at least 2+ hours would be my guess, because there's a lot going on in that trailer,
and there's a lot
of characters, and there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Not only do you have the, you know, like 15 characters who are actually there, there's also this original character who there's already rumors saying that he's just going to be Johnny Cage, because he's apparently a MMA fighter or something, and somehow is just going to take the name of Cage and then just call me Johnny, and drop the like Hollywood movie actor part and just make him basically a UFC fighter instead. Who is
oh good, you can't hear me.
Whoever the original character is for this movie, I guess the pseudo main character, I forget what they call him in the trailer, but he's got like the Mortal Kombat logo like branded on his skin. He's a completely original, supposedly a completely original character.
Could be also doing what's his name? But there were so many people I caught in the trailer too. That's why I was super excited. Like seeing Raiden, Sonya. I got really stoked for Jax. I don't know why. Jax is like one of my favorite characters. Just seeing those like metal arms, I'm just like, let's go, bro.
I showed Maggie the trailer, knowing she doesn't know too much about Mortal Kombat or whatever. After the trailer, she goes, "Where's that one girl that I like?" And I was like, "Who?" And she goes, "I don't know. Is it Chun-Li?" And I was like, "Wrong." I was like, "Do you mean Katana?" And then she goes and she's like on Twitter or something. She goes, "I just want you to know I'm not the only one. Other people were asking, where's Chun-Li?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's because people who don't know anything about Mortal Kombat."
Like, where's Chun-Li? Get out of here.
That was so funny. I actually was laughing about this earlier to myself because it's so nerdy. The original Mortal Kombat was directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, very famous for making almost exclusively terrible video game movies his entire career. Resident Evil being one of them. And then I haven't watched it yet, and I plan on watching it when I can rent it in like a week or two, but the Monster Hunter movie.
Oof.
Yeah.
But okay, as a Monster Hunter fan...
I mean, I'm a Monster Hunter fan. I don't think it's going to be...
Though.
Oh, did you see it?
I watched it.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
And oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't expect it to be good. I just really want to see the actual monsters.
Yeah, good. If you go in there with low standards, good. That's all I could say.
Yeah.
That's how I go into everything.
Yeah, anything with Paul W.S. Anderson's name attached as director or like writer or whatever. Him and his wife or baby mama Mila Jovovich, anything that they're both attached to, I don't expect it to be good at all.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know. The Mortal Kombat trailer was I wasn't too surprised because I know this movie originally started out as it was supposed to be the team who did the Legacy web series, and then I assume they probably wrote a draft and then other people got brought in and changed it or tweaked it or whatever. But I mean, it looks very good. Yeah. And that's HBO Max in April?
Yeah, so most of the stuff that's going to be coming out in theaters are going to be hitting HBO Max.
No,
everything that's done by Warner Brothers.
Yeah, everything.
Warner Brothers, I mean, thank you.
So all the big stuff. So any DC movies, the new Dune movie.
I'm actually stoked for Dune. When is that getting released?
I don't know if it has an actual release date yet. If it does, it's later in the year.
Yeah, because it got pushed back. It was supposed to come out December 18th.
Right.
2020, but now it got delayed, so hopefully we'll see.
How many Dune movies have you guys seen?
How many Dune movies has there been?
One?
Isn't there only one?
This is the third, I believe.
Really? Then I've only seen one.
There was a miniseries too.
Oh, so it got pushed back to October 1st, 2021. So it won't be October.
Yeah, and it's still actually up in the air if that's going to be, because Dune, Denis Villeneuve and whatever, the guy who directed the new one, and some other people were pretty pissed. I mean, a bunch of people were pissed about HBO and Warner Brothers saying, "Hey, we're going to release all of our movies on HBO Max also," even though it's only like for a week or something. Well, it's also
the first 30 days.
Yeah, Dune was one of the bigger ones that was like, no, we don't like that. But I don't know.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I got HBO Max just to watch some of these things that were coming out. So
the reality is, if HBO Max wants to compete, that's a really good way to do it.
Well, yeah, because I don't know what's going on with Disney and their movies, because the last movie they were supposed to be releasing, it's just, of course, it was what's it called? More of the Disney princess movies, I believe. Like Mulan was the last one that they released.
Well,
they released Soul.
No, they had that. Yeah, Soul came out.
Oh, Soul, movie. But unanimated. I'm talking about like an actual live action movie. Like, Like in the aspects of maybe like the MCU universe or anything like that, because we were supposed to be expecting.
Here's where Disney differs from everybody else. Disney doesn't need the money or really care where the movies. Obviously they want like movies to do very well, but the thing is with things that are just like, let's say a Pixar movie or an MCU movie, they're going to just inherently do well.
Yeah. Like
people are going to go see those things, and you're gonna make a just bank in the first like week, and then even if it gets like, Disney doesn't make too many like just outwardly awful movie like Pixar or MCU. Typically, they don't make just god awful movies.
No.
So even
unless you're talking about
like,
Star Wars,
even like the lower end ones, or even Star Wars is a slightly different beast. People are just gonna go see it and see it multiple times, no matter what.
Right.
But even when they release just like an average like Pixar movie, it's still gonna make few $100 million or whatever. It's gonna do very well, and it doesn't really matter. So, and plus, I don't think Disney's in a rush because Disney has so much content. So WandaVision's running now, and then as soon as WandaVision ends, Falcon and Winter Soldier start pretty much. So they're just going with content back to back to back.
All right, chat just said it. When you say the word poop, your mouth makes the same motion that your sphincter would when it's pooping.
Huh? Interesting.
So just
Not so good at
know
crawling.
that, now you know. Knowing is half the battle.
Knowing is half the battle, yeah.
The other half is, did you guys actually make the motion? Did you like mouth the word poop?
I did not.
Yeah, poop.
Because I don't need a poop.
You just said the word poop, so now you know that your mouth went poop.
All right. So, what do you guys think of the new Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League?
I haven't seen the latest Zack Snyder.
So it's not out yet. The latest, the actual like first official trailer for it is, and
If Superman doesn't have a mustache, I don't want to see it.
He doesn't. He does get a black suit, no mullet though, which is unfortunate. I think it looks
was
like
it a mullet in the comic book, or was it more like the Lorenzo
It was like a mullet.
Was it?
I mean, it was like the 90s type mullet, I guess, whatever you'd want to.
Well, because it wasn't very business in the front.
Right. Yeah, it was really like curly and whatever kind of on the top front part. Not really.
Right. No business in the 90s was hiring that hairstyle.
Right.
Superman.
But it's just, yeah, but I don't know. I think it looks like it is going to be better than what Justice League originally ended up being after Zack Snyder. I don't think Zack Snyder is that great of a filmmaker to begin with, and I think Batman vs Superman is a garbage movie, almost completely start to finish. It's a bad movie.
There's so many good things bad about it, though. They were trying to combine 3 different comics into one.
No, I get that, but that's what made it bad, is they were trying to do too much in one movie. Now, I get the feeling that Zack Snyder's original Justice League was doing the same thing. It was trying to they had to do like semi-origin stories for about 4 more new characters, and they had to like give you the bad guys and all this other stuff, and now apparently it had a lot more Joker's fucking in it for whatever reason. Like, there's so much stuff that's just so confusing, but it also makes sense now that it's 4+ hours long.
Yeah, it's 4 hours.
And fuck it, just make movies forever again.
you know?
Yeah.
Give me that long. I want to sit there. I get up. I can't even feel my legs kind of movie.
But I mean, it's even one of those things, though. It's like, you're at home. It's on HBO Max. So if you don't want to watch 4 hours, you don't have to. Watch an hour, stop,
take a break,
and then watch it again at some other point. Do whatever you want. I don't know. I think it looks like it'll be better. I'm not gonna hold my breath.
Okay.
That's about it.
Well,
I mean,
I think trying to fit movies into a certain time period is like the worst thing about movies. Now, don't get me wrong, not every movie needs to be 6 hours, and sometimes they just let that shit go for way too long. But like, if it needs to be that long, just make it. That's why I sometimes prefer, HBO shows.
I completely agree. I watch, because I watch so many movies. There's times where I'm just like, that movie feels like it needed an extra like 15 minutes or something, like maybe an extra half an hour to get it or whatever. Or then there's like a 2.5 hour movie where you could be like, man, you really could have cut like 45 minutes out of that movie and made it just whatever the script needs, whatever the story you're telling needs, you should really get. I think if this turns out to actually be better or even like really good in comparison to the original Justice League, which is just fine, then we know that the reason the first Justice League when it came out was just fine is because studio involvement, and then they brought in Joss Whedon to try and have him make an Avengers movie.
Yep.
And he cut out a bunch of stuff.
So much stuff.
But Joss Whedon is like just a slightly better Michael Bay these days.
Right. And it's also, no matter how this edit turns out, the Flash is still going to run like a moron. I don't know what anybody who was directing Ezra Miller, or what even Ezra Miller was thinking when he decided that just because I have super speed, I have to run in like this form that no human ever would ever run like.
Yep.
It makes the least amount of sense, but he was one of the highlights of the
I don't even know how you guys could see him. He was so fast. How do you know what his form was?
Nice, I like that.
Hey, it's still better than when they had Quicksilver just do like that, like cam in front of his face every time he moved. Like all it was like one of those like selfie cams. He's like running real fast, and then they show a blur. Do you guys remember that from the movie? No.
From the Age of Ultron?
No, not from the Age of Ultron. From the X-Men movie.
Where he's like, it spans on his face and everything else is moving around him. It's
right. When he had the goggles.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't that the same actor that played him in WandaVision, by the way?
Wait, hang on, real quick. Hold on. Yes, it's the same actor, and that's sort of like the joke because Disney owns all those properties now. So they bring him. But hang on, that Quicksilver is 1,000,000 times better than the MCU's Quicksilver.
Olug's talking about the way that they had him run, though.
Yeah,
that's what he. In comparison, you don't like the way that DC made their Flash run.
Well, no. I think the acting choice, most likely, and the fact that nobody told him that he looks goofy doing it. I think the best example is literally just the Flash TV show. The guy just runs like a normal person.
Wait, the original one or the one that's on now?
The one that I guess
CW show or the one that was like I think it was.
Show. The CW show, in the sense of like when you kind of see it. Sure, they also do the thing of just like a cam straight on and things are blurry, whatever. But I'm just talking about general body movement.
Yeah.
Instead of the weird thing where Ezra's like his arms are in like these weird V shapes and he's like swinging wide and his feet are also going like diagonally. It looks horrible. It just looks horrible. I don't know what a solution to make like a good looking speedster is exactly, but just
well, it's the problem that like in general, speedsters don't make for good TV. They make for good comic books.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it goes when you have certain things, certain things are just hard to do in video, like I don't know, stuff. Oh no. Trying to think what else is really bad to show video.
Swimming, because Aquaman stuff also looked goofy as hell.
That movie was awful. It had nothing to do with it.
That movie. No. I was going off of Justice League, that movie is it's all over the place. It is all over the place.
Okay, my input on Aquaman is that it had so much potential because they lost exactly the root of what Aquaman is. It's a King Arthur movie. It's the fact that he's getting back onto his throne and uniting the kingdoms under the water and uniting Atlantis. And they lose that. They try to make it into this pop cultured, relative to the surface world dwelling of a movie, which is not what it is. And that's why Shazam did really well, because Shazam is a pop culture movie. The fact that we have Shazam, who's a kid, becoming a superhero and reacting, and how he's gonna,
he's gonna be on TikTok, and he's gonna be
he's gonna do those
like that.
Yeah. But this lost it. It was like, no, he's a king. He's a king. Like, it's supposed to be old school. Like, it would have been so much great if like it go into like, the kingdoms in the sea are gonna have like a huge war, and the war should have been just like the main point of the whole thing.
They kind of showed that at the end.
Yeah, but
but that's just it. Like, the major conflict was like just a blip in the map of the movie.
Yeah, no, that should have been the centerpiece. If they would have made that the centerpiece, and him like trying to stop the war, people like Atlanteans dying during this war, and showing like the truth. That's what Aquaman is. Like, everybody thinks like, oh, he just talks to fish. And
he honestly should have pulled the sword from the stone in like the first act.
Yeah, right. And then just, okay, now I got to unite these 7 freaking kingdoms. Like, how am I going to do it? And then just going through the piece by piece. I mean,
in my mind, they could have like combined the what is it? The 7 journeys of Hercules. Not 7. It's more than that. 12.
Yeah. Oh, the 12 trials of Hercules.
Yeah, with King Arthur, and it still would have made for a better movie, because second and like that movie, Aquaman had like 5 acts, and it only needed like 3 for what they were doing.
Exactly. They just overextended it. They tried to bring in like they did with Batman vs Superman. They tried to bring in so many comics and mix them together.
That's exactly the problem. Aquaman could be a significantly better movie if you completely remove the entire plot of Black Mantis.
Exactly.
Take everything of Black Mantis out,
and
you'd save about like 30-45 minutes of that movie, and you could easily have just set them up similar to how they do for coming back in the next movie, is just do it at the end.
Exactly. That was a complete waste of time. He was not needed in there at all. Too many villains, what they were trying to do. The same thing with Batman vs Superman. We had Lex Luthor and Doomsday. Like, we don't need these 2 amazing comic book baddies that need their own arcs themselves to show how bad they really are.
And it shouldn't have been in Batman versus like Superman, because that was a whole like post-apocalyptic story that they kind of showed at the beginning of what was it, Batman versus Superman with the Flash, like coming back in time or something.
Yeah.
Well, that's Apocalypse. So they showed
or something.
Yeah, Justice. They were showing Apocalypse that's going to lead into the whole Justice League. Then they brought Doomsday for the comic. Doomsday.
I can break down exactly what the 5 different stories in that. I've been telling this to people since day one. Batman versus Superman it's Man of Steel 2. It's the DC Universe's Batman origin story. It's The Dark Knight Rises. It's the death of Superman,
right.
And then it's and then semi starting of the Justice League.
Yeah,
there's just way too much going on in there.
Way too much. They needed to simplify it.
Whoever wrote and approved that it was okay for, there's nothing you can do about both of their mothers just historically being Martha. But whoever wrote that that's going to be the reason they kind of get along should have been fired, and that should have been rewrote.
Immediately.
Anything else. It should have been anything else.
Oh my gosh. Both our moms are named Martha?
And the worst part about all of it was
That
just
was like
watching.
a total Step Brothers moment.
Yeah, it was just
Did we
watching.
just become best friends?
Was watching how much
Yup.
Ben Affleck died inside at every single interview when talking about Batman versus Superman.
Oh my god. So talking about DC, and bringing up the Joker, because in the Snyder cut, Joker is going to be in there. I think there might be flashbacks, but of course I have my own theories.
No, they're the nightmares that Batman was having.
Yeah, the nightmares that he's
About
going
the
to
like
be having.
future with the parademons or whatever.
Yeah. So I guess the actor Joaquin Phoenix, not who's going to be over
It's
here.
Jared Leto.
Yeah, not Jared Leto, but talking about the Joker, because Joaquin Phoenix played as the Joker in the movie. He actually is going to star in one of the director's Midsummer movies. Who made Midsummer? The guy who made that horror movie. Is it horror?
Ari Aster.
Yeah.
It's I gotta be real careful with the air quotes here. Elevated horror.
Elevated horror.
It's
yes.
what I call it is a pile of garbage that should be set on fire, thrown down a very dark, empty well, and forgot about.
So that goes in question, though. Do you think that a movie can be made according to the actors that they hire for it?
Like, could you make a movie around an actor?
Yeah, well, can a movie not be considered garbage? Well, I mean, it can be considered garbage even with good actors in it. But do you think Joaquin Phoenix will be able to save if they make this movie according to what the director has already made so far with the movies he's made?
No, because I hate both Hereditary and Midsummer. I think they're both awful movies.
Interesting.
I mean, I have a weird thing when it comes to horror anyway. I'm not afraid to admit that I'm slightly biased. That I'm more any paranormal stuff doesn't do it for me. Any paranormal, supernatural, whatever doesn't do it for me. I prefer. I mean, I say that my favorite franchise horror-wise is Friday the 13th. So there is supernatural elements towards it, but not.
I don't know. Like I love Hellraiser.
For the most part, but when I mean like supernatural, I mean like witches and ghosts and whatever, that sort of thing. Or like Hereditaries is like this weird fucking cult and possession or whatever. It's done. Hereditary I just thought was super fucking boring. Really boring. I don't know how anybody thought that movie was terrifying. There's one big scene in it where it's supposed to be like really shocking and oh my god. The theater was dead silent when it happened, and I burst out laughing. I thought it was such a funny scene, and then I was like, "Oh my god, people actually people think this is serious somehow." And then Midsummer, same thing. Midsummer, same thing. Everything's, I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't understand how these movies get praised so well when I just think they're like very below average. Like the acting and everything is fine, but I don't know. I think the weird like cults and like here's this like small village and ooh there's something eerie about them. None of that shit's fucking terrifying. None of it's even slightly scary, like at all.
Well, hold on to your socks, Krim, because the next movie that the director is going to make is going to be a nightmare comedy, and it's going to be 4 hours long.
God, no, kill me. Oh my god. The dumb thing is I'll end up watching it.
You will watch it.
I'll watch it. I will watch it. Because I know it's gonna come out and people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, Ari Aster did it again! This is a horror masterpiece!" And then I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna go, "Wow, that was, man." I don't know. Joaquin Phoenix though, that's interesting. That's the first. Well, no, it's not. I take that back. He's probably the biggest name that this guy will have worked with, but
yeah, true.
I don't know that would necessarily save anything.
I don't know, because I really enjoyed him in Joker, but of course that's him playing the Joker, and Joker's like, of course, this huge iconic villain.
Yeah.
And
no, he's a great actor. I'm just saying I don't necessarily think having a good actor, even if they were doing like the best performance ever, could save like a bad script. If a script is bad, a script is just bad, and there's not much you can do about that.
Yeah, I get you. So back to gaming, real quick. There's rumors that a new Silent Hill game is going to be coming.
Apparently, multiple.
Yeah, multiple games. And one game got picked up by Bloober Team, which is the same creators of like Blair Witch and Medium, Layers of Fear 2.
Oh, yeah, I did hear about the Medium thing. I haven't played any of those.
So I played the Blair Witch. I tried it for a minute, and it was okay. I'm not that huge of a horror like gamer, but I'm trying to get into it. Like, just started my whole Friday night Fright Nights or whatever, and I've been replaying all the I've been playing the Resident Evil games because I've never played them before. So like I'm clearing up Resident Evil 2 right now, and I don't know, man. It is freaky. It's scary. I'm a big old scaredy cat when it comes to all that stuff.
You want to be really terrified? You should play the originals with their tank controls.
But they're taking.
Yeah, with the tank controls. That's scary.
That's what I was thinking about. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should do something.
If you're replaying all of the like remastered or remakes, the only one I would potentially throw in as a thought to maybe play as well would be the original 3.
Original 3.
Because the remake of 3 removed a lot of stuff.
Interesting. Okay, you got it. I gotta check it out now. What about you, Ola? What you been up to? Anything new on your gaming universe stuff?
No, not until stuff actually comes out.
And you get your hands on a PS5?
Yeah. Or if
Any
I can
luck?
get, like... No, that's it.
Damn. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff coming in. Well, actually, there hasn't... It's kind of good that, you know, that not a lot of people have the PS5 anyway, because there's not that many new games already out for it.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally a waiting game at this point.
Yeah,
it's like people that are like... It's a good thing not a lot of people have money because, you know, what do you really do with money? Like,
Exactly.
You have it. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I didn't have the money. Dude,
I've been saying this since the start. This cycle, this start to a generation of consoles feels really like empty. And I think that's just because this is really I just feel like in the past when consoles had come out, like here's the lineup, and some of them were like on the previous generation, new generation, but this one just feels like literally for the PlayStation 5 only one game came out that was only PlayStation 5, and that was Demon's Souls. And that's a remake of a game that already existed. Everything else you could just get on your PlayStation 4. Or elsewhere if it was available elsewhere.
Yeah, but that's how like 4 was also.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the lack of like big titles. Because I know when 4 came out, there was like the new Assassin's Creed had just come out, maybe a week even before that, if that, and probably Call of Duty or whatever. I don't know. It just felt like more like big titles and stuff came out when 4 launched in comparison to like 5 and Series X or whatever the new one's called.
Yeah, just looking at some of the new releases that might be coming out for just even in general, just for all consoles. I mean, we got Persona 5 Strikers coming out on the 23rd of February, which I don't know. I mean, I love playing Persona, but out of a fighting game, I just couldn't do it. And then Bravely Default 2 coming out for the Switch. That's pretty much it. Like until next month. And what do we got next month? We don't have. I mean, Harvest Moon. If people really, I know people like Harvest Moon.
Do they? Still?
I guess. Like most of the stuff that's going to be coming out. Oh, Marvel's Avengers. Avengers now is going to be coming out for PlayStation 5. And then I think that's it. And then and what's crazy is even some exclusives that were supposedly going to be exclusive to different consoles are coming for PC. Like Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is coming out for PC this month, or in March. Coming out in March. So like it's just crazy to me right now. Like,
what's the new Avengers game?
It's gonna be the one we already have on PC. Marvel's Avengers.
Oh, that's coming to PS5?
Oh, that's on sale.
It's coming
Like,
to
heavy sale right
yeah,
now.
it's coming to PS5, and they have a new DLC coming out where you can play as Hawkeye now.
Are they finally
His
adding
daughter,
your
though,
characters?
right?
No, Hawkeye too.
Oh,
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, nothing else really. Even in March, I mean, we got like more indie games instead of any triple titles. Triple A's, you're gonna see most of the triple A titles maybe come out at the end, and maybe the fourth quarter.
The biggest thing coming out soon for the PlayStation is the Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank, yeah.
no,
Ratchet and
Aaron, it's
Clank.
not an interview. We're just hanging out.
But even then, I mean, it's still quite a bit away. You know what I mean? Like I said, and probably the end of the fourth quarter. Because everything else is just... Oh, one game, though, my buddy did talk about that actually looked promising. I don't know if it's coming out for PlayStation, but it is coming out for PC.
Which game did you think wasn't good, Aaron?
I think he meant Avengers.
Oh. I mean, it was alright, but it didn't capture people's attention. I didn't like that you can't control the cosmetics better.
Yeah. I also, they needed to work on their servers and connecting people to actually play with people.
Yeah.
Me and Ola bought that game, and we could never get connected.
Is it?
And when we
cross-play?
did, we could never join a damn
We
mission.
couldn't join each other. Like, it was ridiculous.
It was annoying. I was just done with the game. Period. Game. But like Outriders, that's the next game that gets a demo, and it is coming out for console in April. The full release, but the demo comes out Thursday, and I was actually looking at it, and it looks like a mix between Destiny.
Apparently an RPG shooter.
Yeah, it's an RPG MMO basically. So it's like a Destiny freaking what's the other one that I was thinking?
Loot and shoot?
Warframe. Yeah, like a loot and shoot. It's a Destiny Warframe mix. The only downside of it though is I'm hoping that it doesn't fall off like what's that one game that
Anthem.
came out and then complete Anthem. I just don't want it to
Well,
fall off completely from that. You know what
that
I mean?
was
Like,
because of EA, not because of like the game itself couldn't have been good.
yeah, but this one, at least for this one, it's Square Enix who's going to be doing it. So,
Aren't they the same ones doing Marvel?
mm,
Yeah,
are they?
they did Avengers. Didn't they do Avengers?
Yes.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
did
dude,
do Marvel Avengers.
The Avengers game never looked good. Not ever. Never. I don't know. From the day it was announced all the way up to
There was-
release, it just looked.
Okay,
Something just looked so off about it the entire time.
not gonna lie, there's some.
Yeah,
good
we're totally
points.
excited for Xbox and PS5. That's what we were just talking about.
I think he's asking, what are we more excited for, Xbox or PS5?
Oh, I mean, I don't have an Xbox. I feel like almost everything good on Xbox ends up on PC anyway.
True,
Yes, it does.
and that is why I got a PS5 because I'll be playing God of War when it comes out. That game I'm really excited for. But
Is
I
there
don't.
any Xbox game that you can't play on PC?
I mean, the only random guess I would take would be some sort of third-party game that's on the Xbox.
Yeah, like an indie game. But most indie games you can find them on Steam anyway.
Right.
Well, that's kind of my point. Like, because most people use Windows, I guess you could make it incompatible with Linux or iOS if you wanted, but to not make
Yeah.
it compatible with, Microsoft's OS.
Right. When everything uses pretty much Windows 10 to run everything, it'll
Right.
just.
Right.
And wasn't that like a whole push that they made a few years back at this point? Was that everything was connected through Windows 10 and you just
Yeah,
of your
that
stuff
you had to
your
get. You just had to get a. Was it like a key? No, not like. It was like, I don't know. It was like a PC, Xbox PC that you needed to download.
Yes, EA sucks.
And yeah. So, where do these games come from?
Most, I would say, to that comment about Madden, I don't play Madden, but most of the sports games that come out yearly are just cash grabs.
Oh yeah.
I say
Most
one
of
to
them
look
just
forward
cash
to this year is the MLB The Show 21, because it's the first year that it's going to be multi-platform. It's not only a Sony exclusive anymore, so that's going to open up a bunch of stuff and cross-play and all that. It's still going to more or less play the exact same, but that's a pretty big deal. So they're trying to pull out a bunch. To them, they're pulling out a bunch of new stuff and changes and tweaks to win over any baseball fans that are on Xbox. But since it's the only baseball game that exists outside of like the RBI, random goofy backyard baseball type things, it's not like you have much of a choice. I'm watching some Outriders gameplay. It reminds me very much of like Destiny.
That's what I said. It's gonna be like a Destiny game.
I'm watching actual gameplay, and this guy basically looks like he's playing like a Titan. He even has like this ground smash ability.
Yep.
But they're less
one thing
futuristic.
about Madden, I was gonna say real quick, is as long as they keep like the superstar mode in, I kind of like it.
Is that like you play as a single character or something?
Yeah, you go through and you become
Career mode, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, MLB. Some of the things. So, I mean, I will get the MLB game, and I like playing the MLB game. I like it more for their Diamond Dynasty mode, which is online competitive, but you get players and stuff to build your team better and better and better, whatever. Every sports game has that, but they do it pretty exceptionally well. Their career mode is pretty plain. I don't know if they're changing anything this year. I don't think they've announced anything on that part, but theirs is like stuck in like way in the past. You just create a generic character, and then randomly while you're playing, you get like, you select different options, and you either go to a different team or you don't, and then you train up stats, and that's about it. There's no real like cutscenes or voice acting to.
Well, I don't
like,
need all
carry your
that,
character.
but what I do need is the mini games that like for the training.
Yeah, you get that.
And like the okay, so you get drafted from college, you have to participate in the combine, and based on how well you do in the combine is how highly sought after you are. I mean, like if I kick real good, I want to be a super sought after kicker, and you know, still get paid terribly, and no one cares about you, but you know,
Sure.
they'll do it.
Yeah. I wish I would have known that going with a sports career, I could have made millions of dollars. I might have tried.
How did you not know that? Because they were still making money.
I know, but it's not. I mean, I gave up on any sort of sports like well before high school, so it's not something that I was like watching or realized or noticed.
I was doing nothing but sports in high school. I hated it.
Yeah, I didn't like the idea of. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't like the whole. Go here. Here's the locker room. I don't know the you know, the normal like sports thing, having teammates and like getting along and all that. I didn't
We're doing
like
like
having
none
to
of
change.
the, at that point, I didn't. Well, no, I just didn't want. I don't know. I didn't want to take any of it seriously. So I was like, oh, you have to like. They want you to have passing grades and all this other stuff, and I don't want that kind of commitment.
Passing grades. I like that. That was your breaking point.
Yeah.
You had to be able to pass high school.
I liked being a slack. I mean, I did, but I liked being just getting by. I didn't try at anything. that was my high school career of just, you know, don't do any homework and pass all the tests.
Yeah. Seems about right.
Sleep in some classes and
And Aaron, that's exactly why I don't have any Madden games currently. I played soccer for 12 years, and even if you would have tried really hard, there's no guarantee you would have made millions of dollars.
Yeah.
True.
No, but I meant on like the off chance of being like something like a kicker just sounds like the easiest. It's like, oh, all I'd have to do is like get good at kicking the ball really far away. Okay.
I mean,
Maybe
they
I
don't
could
even
do
have
that.
to like run all that much. They just have to kick the ball a lot.
Yep.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, damn, you could have just told me about that. And maybe.
Yeah, I
Like,
feel like I
know-
could have done that. If I would have played football instead of soccer, I feel like I could have been a kicker and at least gotten to college.
Yeah, baseball was the one that I enjoyed, but there's no way I'd ever have any sort, not even like a minor league career. There's no way. I was maybe if I played through high school or something, I would have got better. But I probably had like obviously I don't keep track in like little league or whatever of batting averages and stuff, but mine was probably like a 0, just a flat out 0. I don't know if I've ever hit a ball when there was like player pitching, and not because I wasn't like couldn't swing or hand-eye coordination sort of thing. I just did not like the idea of somebody throwing like 70 miles an hour of a ball straight towards me. It was just not my thing when I was younger. I was like, no thanks.
What position did you play?
I played all over, but I was a lot of time in the outfield because I could throw the ball in.
I was
from
gonna say
very
you
far.
look like a catcher.
No.
I was a catcher.
You know what the thing with baseball is though, professionally, like especially probably when you were going to be going into it, is that you also had the look of a baseball player, meaning like you had to be a good looking guy.
Thanks.
Like I just think that's so dumb. Like you're like people got passed over because they didn't look like they were gonna be good.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, all you got to do now is pull up the time that oh shit, what was his name? The fat pitcher who was with the damn, I don't know. He had something B Cologne, whatever, but he's a chunky pitcher who's not even that great of a pitcher, but he hit a home run one time and like booked it across all the bags. It's like, hey, I could do that probably.
Maybe.
I mean, shit. Maybe I should have kept playing and maybe got drafted by the Astros. I could have won a World Series by cheating.
There was that college kicker for football who was more known for his tackles than his kicking. I think it was maybe a punter. So like he was the one that tackled most of the receiving kicks when he punted. And he was like a 300-pound like brick shithouse kicking the ball. Just stomping players.
Jeez.
What do you play for? Like the Cornhuskers or something like that. Husker Du? I don't know. Obviously not Husker Du guys, right?
Right.
You guys know what Husker Du is?
No. So speaking of random teams, there's this North Alabama Southern League baseball team, and I kid you not, their team name, they're Trash Pandas, and they revealed a new logo that they have, and it's literally a raccoon in a trash can, but it's like a rocket ship blasting off into space.
So
or
they
something.
named themselves after Rocket
They're-
Raccoon.
Kinda, yeah. Well, they're from Rocket City, so they're the Rocket City Trash Pandas.
Yeah, but
So
that's
their
what I'm
logo
saying. So
now-
they went with that
Right.
because Rocket is a trash panda. But
But I won't-
Husker Du was a band in the 80s. Just to clarify that one. I feel like kind of sad that I had to, but
Husker Du. I had to Google that. I never would have even guessed that that's
6 foot, 270 pounds. Yeah, that's not good for baseball. That's
it depends on what you're playing.
no, because you're crowding the plate always.
Right. Yeah, but I mean they're
Like I'm 6 foot.
most of the time not intentionally trying to hit you, so it in theory wouldn't be something you'd necessarily
Oh,
have to worry
Vanderbilt. That's what it was. Thanks, Aaron. But yeah, like I was 6 foot, 180 pounds. No, I was only 165 when I was playing soccer. But like, being
You weren't the
like
keeper?
huh?
And you weren't the keeper?
No, I was not. I was center mid. I ran a lot. That's what that position means. Is you play everything. And
I was right defense.
I tried to play goalie. They wanted obviously you want a tall person, or you know they'd like to have a tall person so you can cover more than that. But you don't want a tall person with ADHD. So I'd be like looking at the grass and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm still in this game. I had zero focus. Which is why you know, playing center midfield was good because I was basically like a puppy. Ball's over there. Gotta go get it. Gotta go get the ball.
You just chase it.
I didn't have time to like, is that a butterfly?
That's definitely a butterfly right there.
That was
Is that
yeah,
a butterfly?
that was in the outfield.
Yeah, like I could have never played positions like that where like you have to keep your head in the game. I can't even play high school yet, and I played baseball, Babe Ruth leagues. All I care about is power. Well, yeah, Babe Ruth leagues.
Yeah, that's all they care about.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth, the player that like was known more for his like drinking and cigar smoking than he was baseball. I don't even know if he knew how to play baseball.
He did. He was a great pitcher actually. He was a very good pitcher, and then when he started getting all that power behind his bat, they moved him off of pitching. He was a two-tool player.
Well, he probably lost power from his pitching by getting power in his swinging.
Maybe. I don't remember specifically what it was, but they did pull him off of pitching.
Anyone getting Godfall?
Something.
I have Godfall.
Doesn't say. I think Jokey has it.
Dude.
Yeah, Jokey9. He's on Twitch.
I am on Twitch. I'm just not streaming tonight though.
No, I don't think I'd be getting Godfall.
Godfall is it's a what kind of mood you're in game. If you're not down to burn or grind it down, then it's not worth your time because that's basically all it is. It's a grinding game. It's about getting the better. Like it doesn't even go into like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna make this character or this armor my armor by customizing it or anything like that. No, it's customizing it by the stats that you get according to weapons that you play, and that's it. So you want to build your character basically like, oh, I'm gonna build them like this. I need to go do this at least like 10 times until it drops, so I can get the right stats for what I want for my character for endgame stuff. That's
pretty much Destiny.
Kind of like Destiny, yeah, kind of like Destiny, but you're gonna be doing it at pretty much every level. Doing it.
Good pitcher. He was just good better than that. To switch him. Have a book about him. I mean, I like Destiny. I was in love with it, so.
Oh, I know you were.
Like,
So
I wanted to have my abortion.
The real what?
I like how that one like slow burn for Krim.
Yep. He's like,
Like, he
wait,
sort
what?
of just glossed over and he's like, wait, what?
I was going to ask right before you said that. Did you prefer Peter Dinklage or is it Nolan North? They replaced?
Not north.
I did prefer Dinklage, but that's just because I like Peter. You know what I mean? Well, wait, that sounded weird.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Let's just roll with it. I like Peter.
Did you play Destiny when it first came out? Like when it launched?
Yeah.
And you liked it then?
Mm-hmm.
For reals?
I mean, it wasn't great, but
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I got it on launch, and I enjoyed it. It was very, very bare bones. And I stopped playing. I don't think I played any of the DLC. And then right before Destiny 2 came out, I re-got it, but I got it with whatever the like whole collection was called, like Fallen or whatever, that had everything. And I replayed through the story and everything. I was like, holy shit, this is so much better. Like, this feels like a complete full game now.
oh yeah, they did not.
Crazy.
It was not a real game.
And then I liked 2 enough. I thought 2 was probably just about on launch was just under where Destiny 1 was at like end of life.
I can see that.
The only issues I
You
ever
want
had is they kept like making stupid game mechanics that made it so that you couldn't even like for fun go through a raid by yourself.
Yeah.
Oh man, that first raid on Destiny 2, I somehow a friend of mine got like addicted to Destiny. He literally played it so much it got in the way of like his college schoolwork for a semester or something. It got pretty bad, but he was so into it and trying to do the raid with like this group of people I've never even met, and they needed one other person, like, here, you come do it with us. And it's like, okay, I don't really know what I need to do, so just tell me and I'll do it, I guess. It was quite the experience.
Yes, I know that movie, The Avengers with Sean Connery. Yeah, no, I was on like what is it, like a forum looking for matches. I played with a lot of randoms. I ended up playing with people that I still keep in contact with.
Yeah, I've got one or two like that.
Yeah, and they still play Destiny.
Yeah, these people were just like insane at how much they were trying to go on the on this raid. That we were just bringing in anybody, and it'd be like they were already like 2 chambers or something into the damn raid, and they were bringing people in. People were like, I haven't even started this. I don't know what's happening. I want to do like the entire thing, and not just join you halfway through or whatever.
Oh yeah, we had like we would sit in the middle of a raid and like message all of our friends and like try to get a 6th person in there sometimes. John Connery, I want to say Uma Thurman.
I think that's right. $1998 movie?
No, it wasn't Jude Law, was it?
No.
No,
Ray
was that Fiennes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is that Fiennes or Fiennes?
I think it's Fines.
Yeah, it's Ralph. Ralph is so old now. And something. And I was looking. I was like, man, you did not age well.
Neither did Sean Connery. He died.
That's a little bit different, isn't it?
I don't know. He still aged the same way.
We don't know how he aged because he disappeared.
Yeah.
That's true.
I quit after I quit Destiny after Destiny 2, but it was more because I switched shifts and then I left it for so long, you know, because I couldn't play with anybody, and I started playing, what was it, Red Dead 2. I was like, cowboys are more fun.
Cowboys, much more fun.
Well, like Destiny is a game I played since launch till like a long time. The only game I really played. Like we dipped in a few games here and there when we were when you're grinding end game content, you have everything you need, you're all leveled up. I dipped into like I think I played Black Ops 3 or something. Like a month.
Hi guys.
Okay, hang on, real quick. I have to address this.
So deep.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is not a Justice League ripoff. It's an actual series.
It is a series.
It is its own series, comic series.
It's not like its own Avengers or anything like that. It is based off its own stuff.
It's its own thing. And yeah, that's the movie that caused Sean Connery to go, deuces, I'm out.
Yeah, like I'm fucking not doing this no more. Like KK, thanks, bye.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because League of Extraordinary Gentlemen isn't like an amazing movie, but it's a fun movie. Like it's a cool concept with some fun stuff going on. Like where else are you gonna see all these like literary characters just like fighting crime? like what the fuck? There's Captain Nemo. There's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. All of a sudden, there's fucking I don't know.
Like Sherlock Holmes movies with Robert Downey Jr. They're making a new movie. They're making a new one.
Supposedly, they are making a new one
with Robert Downey Jr.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I'm kind of torn. I mean, I think they're fine, but I was also like, yeah, these are pretty good. And then the Sherlock BBC show came out, and that's just a million times better.
Oh yeah, that is really good. Such a good one. I know, but the OG comic rip off the Justice League.
I mean,
there's a lot of things.
Then you can argue then you can argue all sorts of things because there's always been comic book superhero groups. Like, what came first, the Justice League or the Avengers, or the comic that existed before that? There's some
comic that existed before that.
I know there's one, and is it like the Justice Society of America or something? Is like slightly older than
then they made the Justice League based off that, and then of course you can go into the whole Dark Horse or even.
Well, that's what I was trying to get. Like there's all the other
like
comics.
Watchmen.
Like they legit ripped each other off constantly.
Yeah, they're always ripping each other off. There's always going to be somebody who's going to try and copy the whole Shazam and Captain Marvel deal. You know what I mean? Like,
that was just
Deadpool. Like his costume is like what was it? Deathstrike.
Yeah,
Deathstroke. Yeah.
Deathstroke, yeah.
But that one was intentional, and they've admitted that one.
Yeah,
was
that was supposed to be pissing off people.
Well, I know it was, but I'm just saying, like that's kind of the stuff that they do. They're like Deathstroke had a ripoff within DC called Deadshot. Like the character's almost the same.
Yeah. Well, the one is that you can't mess up. Let's get all technical.
But but what's it called? They with Deathstroke, wasn't it? It was the artist that designed Deathstroke that ended up getting fired from DC, and he went over to Marvel and made Deadpool right after he made Deathstroke.
Yeah, it was a fuck you to DC, basically. That's all it was.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it was. You're absolutely correct.
Because the thing about it was that he signed over that character Deathstroke, so he had to make him He had to make him different in ways. Hence why it went from yellow and black to red and black.
Red and black.
Well, to be fair,
Wade Wilson and Slade Wilson.
Yeah.
Come on.
To be fair, I created a character that ripped off like 5 superheroes, and I called them Silver Patriots. So
nice.
You guys can all just suck it.
Were you playing DC Universe Online? Is that where that came from?
No, I actually created, like, I actually drew it out, and I created, because at one point in time I was like, I'm gonna be an artist.
Oh.
And then I was like, oh no, I'm bad at this.
Well, at least you realized it.
A lot of people just keep going.
Yeah.
Don't realize.
Oh, I see. I like
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be the best to get a degree in in any of that stuff. You know, go to an art school, get a fancy degree, and then get out in the real world and go, oh, I guess I'm not actually good enough.
Oh no, like that's the thing. I knew like real artists, you know, because I was like getting into it, and like, you know, everyone tells you if you're like halfway good at something, like you should really pursue this. And I'm gonna say it, they're fucking wrong. Like, there's some things you should not pursue just because you think you're good at it. Like, there will be people that are always better than you, and you're not gonna have a real career. And at best, you're gonna be middling through it the rest of your life.
Yeah, you don't want that. So that's where the asshole friend comes into play. Everyone has to have that kind of friend that just goes, dude, fucking stop right now. Don't waste your time.
But wouldn't you even be the asshole friend? It's just the blunt friend mostly.
I do have
No,
one.
he wasn't. He was just a regular mercenary.
Well, here's the thing. I am that friend, so I'm so used to getting called an asshole, so I just call it the asshole.
Okay, I get you.
I am that friend.
I don't even think I have friends that would tell me something like that now.
Oh, I have somebody like that already. He's just my best freaking friend because he doesn't sugarcoat shit. And sometimes like people stroke your ego like crazy, and sometimes I'm like, oh, that's great and all, but then there's days where I'm like, okay, I know maybe I'm like looking at it myself and like I don't like what I'm doing or I don't like what I'm seeing here. Why? And then I get it like from my best friend. He's just like straight up, just like, bro, that's not good. Like you should stop.
Yeah, friends. People need those people.
Exactly.
Yo,
BDE, big dick energy.
I don't have any of those.
Yeah. Women need friends like this.
I don't have friends that support me in anything I do. I don't have I don't have friends that will like support me through whatever I try. I mean, all of my friends don't support me in anything. Like,
good friends.
My family is the same way too.
Dude, I support everybody until the point of if it's not working, then I go, dude, you might want to try something else. But if you tell me like,
and he's over here being like, I'm the asshole friend, and he's like, maybe try something else.
I'll support you.
But at jump, I will support my friend. If he comes up to me like Jared came up to me, yo, I'm gonna start streaming. Boom, I got you. Like
Jared from Subway? Man, that guy.
Right? So he's not.
You told him to stop, right?
No, he's doing all right for himself. He's holding his own.
Yeah, in prison. No.
Yeah, Jared.
Yeah, he just got it. Look at that. Yeah, folks. There it is.
So I made a Twitch account and I supported him straight off the rip. Like no questions asked. I've never even had a Twitch account before. I never watched anybody on Twitch, nothing. I got it to support him. That was my main goal about the whole thing. And then he was the one that suggested for me to start streaming. So here I am now, trying.
And now D-Pad tells him every single day, maybe you should look into something else.
Yeah. You're taking away my viewers. Get the fuck out of here.
He's doing better.
Being a YouTuber can be very much a fruitless venture. It all depends on how you're going into it.
Yeah.
That's one thing I want is like I always wanted like an unbiased opinion of my videos, and people I'm pretty sure don't watch them and then just tell me, yeah, they're pretty good, man. Like I'm confident like you three do it. I'm pretty sure that's how it is, and like whether it is good or not is yeah, whatever.
Whoa. Hey, I really like the puppet one. And I did watch some of is it Trovar?
Yeah, Trovar.
I always can't pronounce that one correctly, but I do like watching the Trovar Saves the Universe.
Not gonna lie. I watched one like way back, but I haven't watched one since.
Oh, and I watched your oh god. I mean
Trump
this
one?
this one was bad just because it was the Trump one, but yes, I did watch the Trump one. That one was just bad because it's a a Trump thing, and it's just in general just bad.
I like how,
Like,
yeah, don't mean to be rude. That is always like the start of like some rude shit. That's like that's right up there was like don't mean to be racist, and then the next thing out of your mouth is the most racist thing you've ever heard.
yeah.
You mean like when you had the you gave me that angry Boston review about the election, and I went off for what, about 35 minutes?
Yeah.
I appreciate that, Aaron.
It was just the stupidity and the hypocrisy that's going on both sides. I attacked both sides.
No, he specifically played a Trump virtual reality game, and the game itself is just I can't even believe it's a thing. But
first off, it is very biased, and like whether or not anyone's views disagree with the bias of the video, not only was the game like super biased, but I'm in there kind of being dumb.
What did you say? You were like dancing back and forth and saying something.
Yeah, I said, "You want my body? I know you want my body."
That's what it was.
I think that's from like I think
you
that
tried to
was
do
Buffalo
like a
Bill
Trump
from like
impression or something. Would you
Hannibal
fuck
Lecter.
me?
No, not
I'd
Lecter.
fuck me.
Yeah,
Silence of the Lambs.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what that was an homage to.
Oh man,
I just didn't put on any lipstick.
So, Prim, by the way, I 100%ed Bowser's Fury.
Nice.
Ready?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that guy doesn't know how to stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Let's go.
Well, when
Yeah.
I first beat the game, I beat the game on tonight and I had 69 stars. I thought that was a good number to go.
Oh, you should have ended right there.
That's what I did. I beat the game. I beat the game at 69 stars, and then after you can go back in and they open up other things to collect the extra the shrines. So I went back and did the other 31 after I beat the game, and then I beat it again to end my stream, and then literally I filled my water bottle and fucking came on here. I had just finished streaming.
So, long story short, guys, watch my videos and tell me how bad they are.
You got it.
Yeah,
I'll be happy to.
watch the puppet one and tell him he needs to go back and make the follow up. Because
You realize I have to restart that entire game?
I get that, but I was invested. I wanted to see where the hell that weird ass game was going.
Yeah. Yeah, the news is terrible, and if you wanted my honest political opinion, red and blue are the same. Just like in the Matrix.
What?
Which pill will you take? You grab both pills. Try an OD.
Yeah. That's it. That's exactly it. But Matrix was about the illusion of choice, not choice itself.
Exactly.
And that's what both political parties are, the illusion of choice.
Point.
The fact that we do have a choice is the fact of it all.
Well, I mean,
They're just gonna do what they
Right,
want.
we're not going into this because
no. I was gonna go like way deeper. As I was gonna take it into a super religious like.
Oh my god!
If you want to talk about the illusion of choice, let's talk
Cram.
about free will.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Free will and why the religious machine is a hoax.
Grim, we already lost Malevolence King because of you.
Oh.
Is that why Malevolence was left? I knew it. I was like, yo,
Look.
Malevolence just watches sometimes, and he'll just lurk, man.
It may or may not
And
have
it
been
takes
my
a
fault,
lot for him to leave.
and he may or may not have sent me direct messages right before leaving, saying some weird shit.
Yeah, he thought.
It was weird. It was weird. He thought I was personally attacking him, but that wasn't what was happening.
He certainly thought that because he messaged me also just before he left. And I'm not going to air out any dirty details. He's a good guy and I miss him. That's all.
Yeah, I didn't have anything against him. I thought we were for most of those nights we were just having a literal discussion. And then it was literally just me replying to like two other people who were on the same viewpoint, and I would just ask them questions or like point things out, and I guess they just like couldn't deal with it or something. I don't know. It was weird.
Can't stand the heat. Get out of the stream.
It's an endless loop of him taking the red pill. I want the story of the one version of him that takes the blue pill.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see what happens.
You just want to
See
see
him
him
in
go
reality.
back to his normal job and
Yeah, like
You
it
think
ends up
that's
being
what-
like Office Space.
Getting married.
Get those TPS reports.
Yeah. Should
I'm gonna need you to come in Saturday.
His
Yeah.
boss name, Mr. Smith.
Mr. Anderson. I'm gonna need you to come in on the weekend.
You gave me the day off. Well, we need you to cover.
Or better yet, he takes the blue pill and Morpheus is like, "Psych, they both do the same thing, bitch."
You thought you could choose?
You're forced. You have to be our messiah.
What were we talking about that upset him? It was politics.
Yeah, it was politics. It was the election night, or right around the election.
It was more. It felt like it was a personal attack, and that was a mistake on everyone involved. Not intended to be personal.
And that is why on election night I did not get on my game or stream or talk to anybody in Discord.
Well, I don't think the last straw. I don't think was the election night. I think there was something that happened, like I don't know, right before they called it or something. Like Georgia or whatever flipped, and then I was like, "Oh well, look at that." And then he's like, "All right, dude, I don't know what the fuck," and I was like, "Sorry, I wasn't like trying to attack you. We made a whole section in the Discord that was saying politics. I was literally just talking politics."
I remember that. And King would always talk about it when we play.
If you make a section called politics and you don't want to discuss politics, stay the fuck out of that channel.
Exactly. That's why I stayed out of it. I just looked. I would read everybody's input, and I'm like, "Cool. I'm glad I'm not in the discussion."
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think anybody was ready. I'll go.
nobody was ready for that. Nobody was ready for that. Nobody was at that stage with each other yet. We were all still getting to know each other, learning who we are, what
Politics
each of us.
ruins families. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like, politics can ruin families.
Well, if you can have a mature conversation about it, even families can, even if even the fact that okay, hey, we're gonna debate over what we believe in and what somebody else believes in, we can get to that maturity. Yes, of course, it hurts families and everything like that, but at least people can have a simple discussion about it.
My favorite response is always you hit them with straight facts and you just keep stating facts and then they just tell you to fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, and that's their only defense. And I'm just like, okay, I'm done. Like, there's no speaking to you no more. Now you just want to yell at me.
My only issue is sore winners.
Oh yeah.
Like when people can't even like win with grace, and they're like, "See, I fucking told you."
Okay. I told you I would win that one game. Okay, like, come on, you gotta let it go now. Look.
Yeah. Yeah, Jogi. Looking at you.
That's
We're gonna make him
right.
smaller now.
What the?
There's Joki. We're gonna put him on the lapel of my shirt.
All right.
Yo, what's up, Ken? How you doing, man?
Now he looks like his animated version on his Twitch.
Oh yeah. I wonder if I could do that. Like, just put it on here instead of me. That'd be great.
You'd be right, Aaron. Hey, there's a lot that can go into political.
Hey, what's up, Ken?
Yeah, I called Ken first with a.
I'm just now seeing him go on the shirt. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of us have a sense of humor, Aaron. We can make fun of each other. It was just a kind of a fluke events of highly volatile election where two rich white men were trying to tell us that they're not rich white men.
Can I just say something?
And they're for the people.
We're going to discuss politics. Why are we still fucking talking?
Yeah, true.
All right, Joe, you can go back to regular size now.
Sweet.
Game over.
Oh, did you do it right before I started rubbing your nipples?
No, you were rubbing his
No, you were totally rubbing my nipples.
Yeah, you definitely were.
Yep. Got it.
Good one.
As long as like that got in there, I was just like, I need to get there.
Now feels.
I wouldn't cut that. No way.
Oh no, you can't cut that. You cut that, I swear to God, you'll never hear from me again. I'll be like, nope. And they'd be like, why'd you leave the group? Oh, because I was rubbing his nipples and he took it out. Everybody would already be on my side. They'll be like, oh, you're right. Sorry.
Fuck that guy.
To be honest, though, he's right. We all would
See?
be on the part.
Exactly, see?
I'm
Already right off the bat, he's like, dude, I don't even want to do these no more. I don't want to talk to you about give you all my knowledge for this. You can't. Nope. You didn't let Jokey rub your nipples. Oh, get out of here, bro. We thought you were down.
It's funny, like I'm a little bit of an insecure gamer because like I'm not like I'm a little bit older, so my idea of being good at video games. Yeah, you didn't know that. Like I grew up on like 8-bit Nintendo and Atari.
Yeah, you didn't know Olog's like 50?
It's 63. Guys.
Oh, 63.
If we're gonna go this route where I'm like super old, we gotta go all the way, not this like halfway garbage. I'm an 84-year-old gamer.
Oh, there you go. 84.
I look good though.
For 84?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen better, but you know.
You know what? Fuck you, Crib. Well, like I'm always worried, like when people play with me and like they get mad at like you know when I play Rocket League with Krim, I'm always worried that like he's getting mad at me, like also like because I fuck up all the time.
Oh, I suck at Rocket League.
Well, yeah, but we don't expect you to be good. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm an open world gamer. Like I'm not good at the fucking Call of Duties anymore. I like playing zombies, but other than that, like that's the fucking extent of it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I don't have any censorship on this chat.
Yeah,
And
Aaron,
so if
say
you want to
whatever
drop
you
an
want.
F-bomb, please do. Fuck that.
We've-
You know
we've
what? You
spoken
can't
about
fucking
Star
say
Wars
it.
a bit.
That's
We've
our
talked
word.
about
What was that, Grim?
Fuck.
He was
Fuck,
mentioning. Well, he was mentioning Star Wars, and I was like, we've talked about that like a week or two ago.
Hi, Maggie.
Well, we can talk about how they fired Cara Dune.
Yeah, we can talk about
No, that's gonna go back to political. Stop. Oh,
I'm a staunch libertarian.
doesn't matter.
Everybody should be free to do what they want.
Oh my god, here we go. Oh.
that. I have a friend, a kid I went to school with, who he's very outwardly, well, I wouldn't say that. He's had an interesting life, a rather rough life, I would say. But I like anytime he posts something political, because he'll post stuff and it's very confusing because everything he posts sounds super like conservative Republican, and then his very first comment when somebody like asks him something goes, "Libertarian for life." I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, well, they say that libertarians are former Republicans.
Yeah.
And what is it? Green Party is former liberals. So I don't know. I don't care. I'll vote for whoever shares my views, which is like none of these people. And fuck Ray. And
I'm just saying, I thought we got off the political.
no, that was your mom.
Oh.
Oh, we just got off your mom. Get it?
Oh, nice.
Probably, dude, you're probably just as old as she is.
Well, I have been to that side of the country.
Oh my god. Oh my god. My boss, let's see, it must have been I've been with that company. No. This is gonna go back to what you just said, the joke you just made. It must have been like my 28th, 29th birthday or something. I've been at the company for going on 7 years now. And I don't remember what it was, but we were talking about something and like everybody was there in like the break room, and it was something about me not knowing my father. And my boss goes, "Wait a minute, how old are you turning?" And I was like 20 something. He's like, "Huh?" And I was like, "Unless you were in New York or maybe New Jersey-ish in 1989." And he's like, "Wait a minute, I might have been." And when he was saying that like to make a joke, I just went, "Daddy?" And then everybody was like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "I'm just fucking with you. Just to calm down."
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, lean into it. That's my strategy. All joke.
Yeah. This was before I was reached out to on Facebook by my actual father's stepchild just to tell me he was dying. And I was like, "And you want me to care because what?"
Yeah, I don't give a damn, bro.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm 30 and I've never once spoke to this guy. Why are you expecting me to give two shits about this?
Yeah, Crim's not a fan of the question of who's your daddy.
He's dead. He's dead, so that's all that matters.
Here we go.
A lot of dad issues, so.
A lot of them.
You can just call me Daddy Crim.
Oh my
Papa.
god.
Papa? Papa, can you hear me?
Papa, can you hear me?
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
Daddy, would you like some sausages? Yeah. Oh my god.
Man.
So we're gonna do Star Wars again? We're gonna talk about that? Cara Dune?
We can do whatever. I don't care.
Did you guys already have a discussion about WandaVision?
No. We we mentioned it a little bit, but we didn't really
We mentioned WandaVision.
But
we're talking about between.
Everyone's seen it, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Spoilers if you've not seen it.
Yeah, spoilers if you haven't seen it. We might
How
start
about
getting that discussion.
How about this? It's fucking Saturday night. It came out almost 48 hours ago. If you haven't fucking seen it by now, go
Get the fuck out.
You're not welcome here.
Listen, the spoilers is over. 43 hours.
Oh no, don't touch me there. That
All
is
I
my
just
no
want to
necklace.
say, all I want to say is we didn't get to talk much about this before streaming yesterday, D-Pad. But when you're like, that twist, I didn't see it coming. Man, are you blind? I just gotta say, from the very beginning, I would talk with Maggie. I was like, there's something more to her character. One because I know the actress and I know her from other stuff, and I was like, she is a comedian first and foremost, but there's got to be more than her just like.
She's kind of too big of a name to be nobody.
Yeah,
but I just didn't.
Not a huge name, but for Disney, you know what I mean.
I just didn't think that they were gonna make her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I quite honestly don't know too much about her actual character, and I'm not too convinced that that is who she actually is.
Well, it goes against the comic book.
Yeah, I think they're going based off the House of M comic. So
yeah, exactly.
they're going to be, it depends if they are going to be going into the whole we might see Mephisto or referencing to Mephisto because of the twins and everything like that.
Right, I know that bit, but that's what I'm saying is her character, Agatha Harkness, is a person who helped train Wanda in comics. Like, that's comic story canon.
Unless you're looking at Ultimates.
I don't think that she actually... I'm not too convinced that is who she actually is. I think it could be, like a nod to, hey, that's another person, and then she could be Mephisto or somehow tie into that more.
Mostly a dead character in the comic books.
Right.
She's more of a nanny. She's like the nanny in the
right for Benjamin
and
Reed. No, Franklin.
Yeah,
Reed.
Franklin Reed. So Susan Storm's son.
And what I was saying, twist was, Krem. What I was getting on the twist is that Agatha was the one that brought back Quicksilver. I thought it was Wanda.
Oh, well, that's...
Well, we don't know that yet, though.
No, yes, we do. Agatha was sitting outside having the picnic when she made fucking...
It's insinuated that she's the one who's really been
Alice all along.
Everything.
Well, once again, they could just be the reality that Scarlet Witch is seeing.
Right. Right.
He was a bad guy in House of M. Yeah.
Yeah, she was. But like that's the thing, we don't know if it's like going to go into the whole Mephisto storyline with the whole Two Souls and the kids. But also it does hint towards, because in the beginning of the episodes, like was it like episode 2, I believe, or something like that, they tried to do the whole getting her into like the other ladies, like into that group or whatever. Like they could introduce Salem 7, which in the comic, with the whole Salem 7 going on, them introducing her and actually using it to waste Wanda's magic to try and see how she can manifest these realities. Because, like, if nobody paid attention, or most likely you guys paid attention to, seeing the commercial of Nexus, of being a Nexus...
Nexium?
Yeah, and they're also talking about Nexus portals.
Right.
Yeah.
That are connected to those multiverses and being Nexus beings.
Well, it should be known at this point, if nobody knows anything that they're doing with the movies, the next Doctor Strange movie is called The Multiverse of Madness.
I affirm
And
it.
the next Spider-Man movie is already being rumored that it also deals with the multiverse, because supposedly Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are coming back to reprise their roles as Peter Parkers from different universes. So the assumption is going to be that what I think there's only 2 episodes left, 1 episode left
Yeah,
of WandaVision.
2 more.
2, 8 and 9.
However it's going to end, it is going to end with Wanda, because Wanda is in Spider-Man apparently, and is also in Doctor Strange for sure. Doctor Strange 2, I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah, multiverse, she's definitely going to be in there.
So it's going to open up the multiverse, and already they've done a good job of slightly hinting at that by bringing in Quicksilver from the X-Men franchise, and just calling out like, well, why do you look different than I remember? And they did. I love that in not the episode from Friday, but last week, the Halloween, when they were doing Halloween, that when they had the flashback, it was just the clip from Age of Ultron showing like, yeah, it's 2 totally different people.
Right.
So the whole thing about it is that
Wait, Sam Raimi is going to be direct another movie?
Alive coming through the multiverse, because you're gonna have the X-Men coming through, because
now you see, I feel like they would need something bigger to introduce X-Men, because I mean, if you think about the whole orders of the MCU and how order of the movies that they were going to actually play into it, they were going to do, what was it? It was going to go Black Widow,
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, it was going to go Black Widow, then it was going to go into Winter Soldier, then it was going to go into WandaVision, and then it was going to go into Eternals. And Eternals would be a better way to introduce X-Men, because then you got the Eternals, who are metahumans that got experimented on to create the X genes that.
Well, no, but here, let's think about it this way though. If, unlike in the comics, the kids do stay alive, if they're like actually real, they would technically be the first mutants introduced, because Wanda and Quicksilver were experimented on. These would be actual born mutants.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Just because you were born with those abilities doesn't make you a mutant. You have to have the X gene, according to comics. That's why if Spider-Man.
But they can easily explain that away, because in the show so far, what we know and understand is Wanda is able to change things with the, like, they took the took the Kevlar, she rearranged the atoms
at a molecular level.
Where did the kids come from? And that's the part that's going to.
Well, to be fair, none of Wanda's current abilities have anything to do with the experiments that they had. That's what the confusion is, and why no one knows. These could be her latent mutant abilities that were coming out.
Could be.
You know, especially with the the gem no longer in play. You know, the soul gem no longer in play, no longer affecting her.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. We know that she didn't get her abilities via a mutant gene, though. according to the MCU universe, like, or the MCU.
Right.
Because the MCU, she was experimented on, and so she's considered a mutate. And of course,
But that's what I'm saying. Her previous powers had nothing to do with her mutant ability.
yeah.
But they said that they experimented on her. They didn't mention whether they were born with powers, and that's why they were experimenting.
Yeah,
Well,
but
they
they showed that
volunteered
she
for the
didn't.
experiment.
Yeah, that they volunteered for the experiment, and that they went through that whole ordeal with Stark
Right,
and
and they were the only two to survive the experiments.
yeah, that's what they were
Which
saying.
is very easily that they could go and retcon it to be like, well, the reason they survived is because they have this
Because they have-
extra.
They had the abilities in the first place. Yeah,
Yeah,
There's
because
so
at
many
the
things
time
they
of
can do.
their introduction, they couldn't use the word mutants.
If they're gonna introduce,
Right.
yeah.
If they're gonna introduce the X-Men, they
But and
have-
like I said,
they have to find a way to tweak it because
Well,
that's
the real
not
question
gonna be
is, are they going to? What do they do first? X-Men or Fantastic Four?
Oh
If
god,
they-
not Fantastic Four.
blow my brains out.
Which do they introduce first? Because I think I don't think they need to introduce the X-Men right away.
I
Or
don't
really
think so either.
anytime soon.
I'm actually I'm on that.
Fantastic Four actually needs
Correct,
actually
It needs to be
help.
redone.
That's correct.
Fantastic Four needs to be redone.
And they don't have to do like full blown Fantastic Four. They could easily bring in Reed Richards right away as like one of the smartest fuckers in the whole universe
Yeah,
to
pretty
deal
much.
with
You know what?
all this stuff.
All they need to do with the Fantastic Four is just have the characters there, and we don't need an origin story for them.
Right.
If I get another origin story for the Fantastic Four, I'm bashing my head into a wall.
No, knowing Disney and them like that, they're not gonna get an origin story. They're just gonna use different shows or things like this to actually just reference them. Like, hey, we know a guy that can catch on fire. The same way that Ant-Man got a reference for Civil War and everything
Right.
like that. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what would be real fun with the Spider-Man movie if it is going to deal with multiverses as well, is you get Chris Evans to come back as the Human Torch.
as the Human Torch.
Oh my god.
They are bringing back Chris Evans though.
They are.
Yeah, he did sign a contract.
He did sign a contract for that.
But did he sign a contract as Captain America, or did he sign a contract?
We don't know. We just know he signed a contract to come back to the MCU. We
I would
don't know
assume
if
a lot of it could be for Winter Soldier, Falcon.
Yeah,
Winter
that's
Soldier.
what I'm thinking too.
Oh my
It
God.
is reprise the role of Captain America.
Oh, is it?
I would have died laughing if it was the fucking Human Torch. I would have done.
They're not going to do that.
All I can say though for the new Spider-Man, since they're going to be introducing the whole multiverse and everything like that, I want to see Madam Web. That's like the one key characters I want to see.
Oh yeah, I totally get that. Madam Web was awesome.
And
Madam Web was like,
Miles is coming.
yeah, and like Miles Morales is going to be coming, and the whole deal that they made with Fox, Marvel, with Disney and Fox, and everything like that.
Wasn't Miles
Is the
Morales
fact
in 2099 Spider-Man? Wasn't that when his
They
character
did
was?
do. They had another
2099 is
version of him, but it wasn't.
his name's something. It's like a Hispanic name.
Yeah. His suit was cool. Though. It was bomb.
Yeah.
It was called the M suit. And if you play through the Miles
Miguel
Morales game,
something?
Miguel O'Hara.
Yeah,
Miguel.
there you go.
It's Spider-Man 2099.
No, I don't want them to do.
Punisher 2099.
I don't want
awesome.
them to do Miles because they have Spider-Verse going for
Yeah,
Miles.
that's Spider-Verse.
I don't want them to just fuck things. Sony needs to put their foot down and go, no Miles. We're doing this thing with Miles. Peter Parker is live action.
Yeah,
For now,
yeah,
for now at least. Don't don't cluster the
the whole
movies with here's this character, here's that character, here's this character.
Yeah,
to be
because
completely honest, Aaron, it's not that Fantastic Four has never had a good story. They aren't a good story. I just want to clear that up. They are critical to MCU, but like, who the fuck really reads that shit?
Well, nobody, because they've not made a
What don't you
Fantastic
read,
Four
Jokey?
comic
Shut up.
story in a long time.
Jokey reads Howard the Duck. He doesn't count.
I do. You're right. I do.
All right.
We need a Howard the Duck movie. Is what we need.
We do.
Again?
You know, this whole Nexus, the whole Nexus
Yeah,
stuff can
I want
actually
more
explain Howard the Duck coming into the MCU. Because he is a Nexus being. So they can easily explain that. So yeah,
I don't think
anyway.
Willow needs any more work though. Sorry, that was an old reference.
Yeah.
Raise a
Yeah,
hand.
you got-
Who has seen Willow?
Yes.
Wow. I've heard of Willow.
You've heard
My
of
dad
Willow.
Yeah.
Well, it's Warwick
My dad.
Davis, all right.
Yeah, it's Warwick Davis. Yep.
And you know, let's not Val Kilmer when
Val
he was
Kilmer.
like real deal there. He was still like up and coming.
You know what I would like though, if they wanted to do any sort of cross promotion with Spider-Verse at all, not Miles, but just bring Nicolas Cage in as Noir Spider-Man.
Noir Spider-Man again?
Bring him in. You just have to put him in the
Spider-Man
trench coat and the hat and black and white, and just let him be Nicolas Cage for like 5 minutes on screen, and then kick him off.
Y'all ever play that game? I assume Spider-Man, right? And I think I'm the only one that hasn't played it.
Probably.
Yeah, the PlayStation one, yes.
Well, there's three of them. There's Spider-Man 2 Miles Morales, and then there's Web of Shadows. Web of Shadows was kind of like a multiverse game, introducing all the different Spider-Verse Spider-Man coming into one universe to save it, and it featured Madam Web. She
Yeah,
brought them into
isn't
the
that the first one that had Noir?
Yeah, it had Noir in it, and like a couple.
2099.
2099, and
And
I think they did
Susan.
Spectacular.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ultimate, but maybe the
I
Spectacular.
think it was Spectacular. I want to believe.
But
you know, Fox-
Devil storyline.
You're right.
I
They
don't-
can do that.
They could. I don't think they will though.
I'm curious if the next Spider-Man is gonna have somehow multiverse stuff. Who the villain for that would be?
Oh yeah, I know, right?
That Kingpin was an odd choice.
Because Spider-Man doesn't really have like that level of a villain.
He doesn't. All the villains would be from the different universes themselves that come to fight him.
Oh,
I think what they might. I
Like
think
a
what
new
they
Sinister
might.
7?
Yeah, like a new
Six.
Six.
Yeah, my bad.
What I think.
I was gonna say.
Oh wait, no. You know what? You just made sense because the guy who played Doc Ock, I think, is also reportedly in that movie.
In the movie as well.
Spider-Man 2.
So,
Yeah.
It's got to be all of them teaming up to go against the Sinister Six.
Yeah, there it is, right there. That's what I was gonna say. They're probably gonna team up all different villains from all the different multiverses.
Wait, can we get Michael Keaton back as Condor?
It's come to. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
What?
that one. It was
Vulture,
set up.
yeah.
Yeah, it was set
That's
up.
why I
at
started
the
laughing
end
because
of-
you said Condor.
It
Yeah.
was set up at the end of the first one that
Condor is something completely different.
Yes.
Michael Keaton would come back, and also the guy who was in prison talking to him is the Scorpion.
And Scorpion.
Yep.
So, Shocker's still
I'm-
out somewhere. Maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, they changed it to the black guy in the middle of the
Yeah.
of the movie too. Because everybody's like, "Oh, that guy looks like the Shocker," and then boom, you're the new Shocker. I was
Oh,
like,
and then
nice.
of course, supposedly, Childish Gambino is the
the uncle
maybe
of
the
Miles
Prowler.
Morales.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna be the Prowler. Oh, and also I guess Spider-Man, Tom Holland's best friend in the movie. If they're going off comics, he actually becomes Hobgoblin later on. So, and he's been they've been seeing him training and dropping weight for the next movie. So, I don't know. So if he gets introduced to start playing as Hob, that would be awesome. I would love to see a Hobgoblin.
Yeah, but
Like-
there's gonna be a Green Goblin.
Yep.
No.
I do
Yes,
know-
of course. But I think at the same time, because if they're going according to this spectacular, they don't have to do Green Goblin because Green Goblin was mostly Ultimate that led into Hob. This one they could lead into Hob because the whole friend dynamic that he has and because he's not rich and everything.
was
But
Jamie
at the same time, they don't
Foxx
show it.
rumored to be in
Yes,
that
he's
as
coming back
Electro?
too as Electro. Yeah.
So they're gonna bring
I
in.
mean, we get Paul Giamatti as the Rhino.
Oh.
Oh my god.
That movie was
That
awful.
was so bad.
Yeah.
Uh,
So we
I do keep hearing over and over again people talking about Kraven the Hunter and who they want to play Kraven.
Craven, yep. Craven's gonna be brought.
Craven the Hunter. Who could that be?
What- When is Antonio Banderas as Craven the Hunter?
He's gotta
Antonio
be-
Banderas 20 years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got to be significantly younger. I don't remember who people keep suggesting.
Probably Jason Momoa if he was.
No, there was somebody else. I don't remember.
Honestly, that's probably who people will be voting for, though.
No,
He's
I don't want him.
I don't want him either.
Me neither.
Yeah, we haven't even seen Harry Osborn's dad. Yeah, but that's the point, though, because this is a different multiverse. We don't have to be seeing Harry Osborn. It could be different. Every MCU or Marvel universe, there's a slight difference of how Hobgoblin and Green Goblin were created. Because there was some cases where it was just Hobgoblin. It was never Green Goblin creation first that introduced it later. It was Ultimate Spider-Man and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, which is what introduced from Green Goblin.
But you also got to think. It's gonna be Toby, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be Toby and Andrew coming to Tom.
Yeah. So Toby is coming. So that means Ultimate's coming. So it could be the Green Goblin or no, because what's in Tobey Maguire's movies, both Green and Hob died.
Yes.
So
He wasn't Hobgoblin in that movie.
Harry.
He was Green Goblin too.
he took on Green.
Yeah, Hobgoblin's a different character entirely.
Okay. So
Harry is Green Goblin too.
But here's the thing, though, is that at the end of Tom's, in Tom's stories, they're working on pretty much bringing the Green Goblin to life in that land, in Tom's world.
Oh, they could. And that's where his best friend can be influenced to it, because that's where going to be. And I think it was an Instagram post that he did, and he drew himself, like he posted a picture of him and the girl he talks to in Far From Home, and the actor drew like an orange little
2099.
Hobgoblin cape. Yeah, there is a Hobgoblin 2099.
But what was his first appearance?
I can tell you right now. Hold on. I have all my comics listed on my computer. Hold on one second.
Hobgoblin's old. There's no way it was 2099.
No, definitely not.
Oh, it was, no. It was,
First appearance was The Amazing Spider-Man number 238 in 1983.
nice.
Yeah, that's. I just looked something up and someone suggested Manu Bennett for Kraven.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
I would be down for that. I loved him in Spartacus.
Well.
No, not
Yeah.
Spartacus. Was it Spartacus? Yeah.
I do see what you're saying, though.
It is
Joe. I never realized that Ned was one of the Hobgoblins.
Yes, Ned in one, and I can't remember what comic it was, but
He was
yes.
he was the third character to take on the Hobgoblin mantle,
took on
after being brainwashed as a stand-in, and subsequently killed before he could reveal who had framed him.
Yep. So that's why he's been the actor playing as his best friend for the past two movies. He's been dropping weight and doing training with Tom.
But here's the thing. If they're saying that he was the third one to pick it up, are they going to probably introduce a Hobgoblin in the multiverse where Ned gets
I don't know about that.
I don't think so.
Don't you think that it's possible that they could introduce Hobgoblin in the multiverse, but it is the same actor?
Oh, it could be.
So his friend doesn't betray him, so to speak, but a version of him does.
That betrays him. Maybe.
That'll work?
I mean,
I like
it's
the
possible.
dynamic between Ned and Peter.
Yeah.
I don't.
I feel like because like there hasn't been anything really these past movies to show any like strain in the relationship so far.
Exactly.
And to put it all in one movie would be
It was Ned. If anything, it was Ned that was ignoring Peter at the moment when Ned was getting some tail.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Even on here, it's reported because he's going to reprise his role as Ned. But it is very well noted his character will have a slimmer appearance in the film.
Exactly.
Yeah. They
So
might be
it
just
could-
setting it up still. Tom
Yeah,
Hardy as Wolverine, that'd be really weird.
They wouldn't because
Because
the whole Venom is already going to be going
Yeah,
into that.
unfortunately.
Venom.
I wouldn't like Tom Hardy as Venom. I don't know. He's a good actor. He can do whatever he wants.
I love the fact that they got Woody Harrelson to fucking play Carnage.
There's Carnage. Yeah, I
That
saw that. I
movie
was
is
like, that's perfect.
So bad. That movie's so bad. Oh, that movie is. So...
They had to do what they had to do, man.
No,
They
Sony.
had to give us a Venom.
Sony is so bad at making these Spider-Man movies on their own.
And that's why they gave up.
Yogi, did you read chat?
No, I haven't. Let me see.
They said your computer screen looks like it's on the ceiling because you're always looking up because you have your monitor above.
Yeah, my TV is up above me. That's
Oh, yeah, and I didn't notice that Aaron was the one who said Tom Hardy would be perfect. Yeah, because Tom Hardy's kind of short, and Wolverine is only like 5 foot something or
I
whatever.
thought they Wolverine's supposed to be really short.
Yeah. But
Which is why people, when he was first cast with Hugh Jackman, were upset because Hugh Jackman's like 6 foot.
until like Hugh Jackman
Until he actually acted.
yeah. And we're like, yes, best Wolverine
Yeah,
ever.
the problem is people are just gonna
only,
look at anybody.
only Wolverine ever.
So speaking of multiverses and everything else,
Mhm.
with Deadpool getting a green light for 3,
And it's gonna be R-rated. Pretty big
Exactly. How do you? Because you know he's gonna fuck around in the multiverse.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
First
It's gonna be
off,
great.
Especially
Disney made R-rated movies before.
Right, but for
but for their
it was
baby-
always up in the air with if they would
Marvel?
continue with Deadpool, because all of the Marvel movies at most are what, PG-13, maybe.
Yeah, but like
Hello?
back a while back, Disney
Oh snap! What's
used
up, audio guy?
to release movies with different publishers. Oh, Audio God's joining, and now I have to redo everything. Fantastic.
There we go.
I put Jogi right there. We can still kind of use his screen.
I think they'd be best just kind of, I don't know, leaving Deadpool to just do whatever.
Yeah, but
Deadpool with his own standalone would be great already.
Look,
what's he gonna do
I think
is what
Deadpool
matters.
1 was good. I really like Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2 made me so happy when I saw Juggernaut, as Juggernaut should be,
Yeah.
on screen. I was so unbelievably happy seeing that.
Juggernaut.
They honestly could do anything with Deadpool right now. They can do freaking Deadpool Max. They could do the Deadpool Court.
I'm sorry, but Juggernaut.
They could do Deadpool versus villains. Like they did a comic of Deadpool versus Carnage. They did one of was it Black Panther for the time? No, rest his soul. But like Hawkeye, they did one of Deadpool versus Hawkeye. Like they had comics where he went against actual like different people as a mercenary to go up against them. They could do something like that, and that would be such a great movie because neither side could win, and Deadpool could find a way to like either, hey, I'll let you live for now, but this is the reason why, or have a change to those characters, or lead them into different, so that if they introduce them to the MCU.
Or Deadpool keeps getting himself killed by a lot of them. And
Exactly, and he's like, damn it, the whole movie he fails, and you're just like, damn, that was great. And not the fact that he didn't kill him, or even if he did come close killing him, it's the fact that he's Deadpool. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Maybe
Like-
maybe Deadpool should show up in the Loki show, find the Space Stone or whatever it is.
Well, the stones are all destroyed now.
No. The Loki show is Loki who escaped with the Space Stone.
Before the
Yeah,
They're not destroyed. They got put back in their own timeline, I thought.
Right.
Back to the timeline before they got
That's what I'm
destroyed
saying.
again.
So in the timeline where Loki escaped.
Yeah.
Which
So
is
basically, because
based off
Loki,
what they can do is have Deadpool end up with that shit and let Deadpool start teleporting all over the place and just doing dumb shit.
but yeah, no, the stones are gone.
Like how he did with the time
Just so
machine,
you know.
and he fucking found a way to just manipulate everything back in time,
Yeah.
and came back and killed his old fucking character in Wolverine origin.
Exactly. I love that. He's like, I fixed everything. Tiny phrase it. Freaking Ryan Reynolds getting the script for Green Lantern. I love
And he
it.
killed Ryan Reynolds.
I'm fixing it, guys.
That was a good one.
That was great. But
Whatever
I don't know. I'll
do-
trust they'll do something good.
I hope so too.
Whatever they do with Deadpool is gonna be. It all depends on who's writing it.
Yeah, true. Very true. If they don't find somebody good, then it's gonna flop so hard. And that's the thing. Like a lot of people take
Passion project for Ryan Reynolds. I don't think it'd be okay with just a mediocre script.
That's what I'm saying. Ryan Reynolds has pretty much gotten. Well, I don't know how it's gonna work with Disney now, but when it was over at Fox, it was Ryan's show. Like he was the one that had a lot of creative.
Well, yeah, because he's the one who leaked the test footage that got everybody hyped, which made them greenlight the movie to begin with.
That's totally true. If it wasn't for Ryan Reynolds, there would be no Deadpool right now.
Right.
Correct.
I agree with that.
And I do like that he owns up to the fact that, like, he did X-Men Origins solely because he wanted to do Deadpool for so long, and even though he knew it was terrible, he didn't want to see anybody else doing the role.
Yeah.
And I really
Kudos on him. I give him kudos for that part, though.
Yeah.
He was like so dedicated to the character. He's like, I want to play that character. I think I can do that character. Like I want to be that.
Origins was so. Ugh.
Now, see, the messed up part about it is that in Origins movie, it's like Wade already had his powers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Exactly. He was already
fucking freak.
and he didn't even look ugly and crap. I was just like, what happened to all those like scars and shit, man? Like,
That's not true. In Origins, before anything happens, he's just like extremely good with swords.
Which is
And
weird.
then he becomes like Deadpool at the end when they give him all of these mutant abilities and shit.
I was thoroughly frustrated watching that because I know a little bit. And I'm watching, I'm like, so we're just gonna just skip all the best parts of them and just jump straight to weapon X status with the blades and Cyclops powers.
yeah.
What? They just made him Baraka from Mortal Kombat, except
Oh
he
my god, yeah, they did.
Weapon 11.
Yo,
He was Weapon
Someone
11.
just
I
say
said the
Barack
same
Obama.
thing.
Baraka Obama.
I did not say that, but that was him. But I thought that I'm watching the movie, and I'm like, so this is what we're doing. I said it. I watched it in theaters when it came out. I said it out loud, like so we got Baraka from Mortal Kombat, cool. The laser vision and teleporting,
I don't know.
Cool.
I don't know what
cool.
what scientist who was putting Deadpool together thought, you know, he's really good with his swords, but what if we put his swords into his like wrists?
Because that makes sense. But human anatomy, right? He still move his arms regularly with the whole blade in his arm.
I know, he should be like all
Brilliant.
stiff-armed.
Yeah, earlier in the thing, he was like spinning those things around in 360s and shit, and it's like, you can't do that with your arms now. Like, what the fuck?
You can
And
do anything
they had
when
him
you have
not
swords
talking.
in your arms.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
and he wasn't talking, which is like, that's the main Deadpool thing, is the talking. And he was just silent, just fighting.
Oh, man.
And it looks stupid. I was like, well, wow, Ryan Reynolds,
The
you're
X-
0 for 2. You're 0 for 2 with superheroes, man. How do you feel about this?
They fixed it right inside Deadpool 1 when he cut his hand off and fucking flipped and flipped into the back of the garbage truck and pretty much telling everyone to fuck off.
Oh, Colossus.
the X-Men movies in general, all encompassing the X-Men, Wolverine, the Deadpool movies. What an interesting just series of movies to look at through the years. Where you're like, good, great, terrible. Good, great, terrible.
And then you thought they're gonna do something with First Class, and then they follow up with what Days of Future Past, and you're like,
Fast.
okay,
Where they
all
reset.
right, man.
And then they ended with fucking Apocalypse.
No. They did Apocalypse and they ended with Dark Phoenix.
Dark
Oh,
Phoenix.
Even
And Dark Phoenix is
watch Dark.
No, wait. Please tell me you guys seen New Mutants.
No, I've not. Just because it looked bad and I've
Who
heard
dat? New
it's-
phone.
Good.
I've
Don't
seen-
listen to. Don't watch that movie.
I mean, I
Horrible
will.
movie.
I'll probably get to it eventually, but maybe when it's like free somewhere.
Yeah, that thing is a freaking teen drama, if I could say so myself.
Yeah, but that is also a movie that went through like
Kind of like
development,
Runaways.
hell. Like reshoot.
Joe, I started watching
Or
Runaways,
Cloak and
and
Dagger.
I couldn't finish it.
Yeah.
Runaways is the only series I've ever started and not finished, and I don't know how to feel about that.
I do it all the time.
I got to Belshazzar being the bad guy again. I mean, Cole, what the fuck his name is? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The guy
Yeah.
who's always a bad guy and everything, or the ambiguous, immoral guy.
Yeah.
He has magic star powers. The girl has magic star powers. So now you're like a second tier Teen Titans? This looks like it. What is it? This like what are you doing here?
Oh, by the way, have you guys seen that show Titans?
Yes.
I have. I don't have DC though,
No.
but I've seen a few episodes.
No,
of it.
it looked so bad.
It was
I
amazing.
love that like they cuss in it.
Yeah, I'm not even mad at it. I've been watching it. It's not bad. Like compared to what DC
It's okay.
like.
Dude, Nightwing, doesn't he say fuck Batman at one point in time?
Yeah.
At that point, that's when I love the show. When Nightwing said "fuck Batman," I was like, well, I gotta see where this goes now.
Nightwing in that, or is he just Robin?
He's Robin. He's Robin. He hasn't taken up the mantle.
Is he?
Yeah,
I
he hasn't
mean,
taken
yeah.
up the mantle.
He's not Nightwing when he's with the Teen Titans. He's only Robin.
Oh, he does become Nightwing
You're right.
with the Teen Titans.
Later
but
on,
not when they
eventually?
first start.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, he definitely is because he has a mullet and everything in the Teen Titans at some point in
Yeah.
time. And the
Honestly,
good-
what made this show for me was the fact that they can cuss and it was bloody. And honestly, Robin was really good, really well done in this show.
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, like it was really well done.
no, it wasn't like
he
Chris
wasn't like-
O'Donnell.
No, but like
He
at the
wasn't
same time,
bad for not having powers. Like he was just like, he just
Yeah.
is that guy still. It didn't matter. He was just okay. I don't have powers, but was
We have,
good.
to write, we
Yeah.
have to write Chris O'Donnell a check for mentioning him.
right?
What are you talking about? He should write me a check for mentioning him. Who the fuck is Chris O'Donnell now?
We are giving this man shine. I mean, he should
What,
stay in the carpet.
Millions
He
of
owes
dollars
us.
on
I don't-
He
NCIS.
owes us.
I don't have the DC whatever it's called, but I've thought about it just because I hear that Harley Quinn animated show is so good.
Oh, I've heard that it was really good.
Isn't it on some other app though? Like, isn't it? Is Titans on another app or is it just a DC app? I thought I saw it somewhere else. I can't remember where I saw it.
Well, in the 80s, he was regular Robin when he joined the Teen Titans when they formed. But also, Speedy wasn't on crack yet, so.
Yeah.
Speedy.
Was it meth or was it meth? I forget what it was, but they made Speedy Green Arrow's sidekick do drugs at some point in time.
They did.
Why though?
Because it's the same reason there was a anti-drug comic book series with Captain America, where Captain America, like after the end of that like run of comic books, gets an Iron Man suit because he can't walk anymore.
Oh, because of the steroids? I mean, the super serum that powered him up for all those years?
Yeah. They removed it from his system, and he was so afraid that he was going to lose his edge that he worked out non-stop. And like,
Yes, deep bad it is.
And he overdid it.
yeah.
I didn't know that. Like, I'm not super well versed in comic
Who's
stuff,
Deephead
but
saying now?
I'm gonna look this up now. So, Captain America in the Iron Man suit, because you can't.
Saying how Audio God's mic's a little choppy every now and then.
Yeah, I'm on a headset, so it's yeah.
Oh, I get you.
I
Yeah,
don't
audio
have a
guy. We
microphone.
realize you are the name is a misnomer.
It is not. Look, I'm not at home with my stuff, so this is what we're doing.
We know.
alright?
We know.
I'm not gonna keep taking the disrespect. Okay, I'm a god. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and keep taking his disrespect.
That's right. He's a god of audio, people. Come on.
I will strike with a microphone stand and a snowball.
Okay,
I
so
don't know.
have you guys heard of supposedly the rumor of what they're going to be doing with the whole Black Panther series? They're going to make a TV show based off of it to answer the whole Chad Baldwick passing away and everything like that. And of course, you know, they're going to make Shuri kind of like the next. I don't know if they're going to be making her like the Queen of Wakanda or anything like that. But their answer to the fact that of his passing and everything like that, they were going to be making a Shuri, or not a Shuri, but like a Wakanda show based off Wakanda to show kind of like the politics behind it and everything like that.
Okay, I gotta say one thing.
I
With
don't know how I feel about that. Like, I kind of want to see how they're gonna do it, but I don't know.
What was that, D-pad?
Okay, how they're bringing up the multiverse and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what if in the multiverse in another land, Michael B. Jordan is the Black Panther and is good?
I figured they would go that route. So I'm
I mean, he
surprised
could
they
take
didn't.
up the mantle for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even now, as he is, he could just take up the mantle. Black
Well,
Panther could be anyone.
He's dead as Killmonger. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
but-
he's dead.
in orange.
He's not really dead. I mean, it's Marvel. Is he really? Is he really dead? Though?
Yeah, he's dead. He got a
He's
freaking spear right through his freaking heart, man.
Yeah.
dead.
But it's
Yeah, because
Marvel.
no one's
though.
ever survived in anything like that ever.
No, when Marvel kills their characters, they fucking kill their characters.
Yeah, Captain America hasn't died twice.
Captain America is fucking. I don't know, but here's the thing: they ain't no bringing fucking Killmonger back. He was dead.
I mean,
There's no mystery with it.
I don't hate the idea because Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan have worked together on a number of movies. The excellent Fruitvale Station, and then obviously Creed.
Fruitvale Station was so good.
Yeah. So it could definitely work. I don't think that they'll go that route, though. I don't think they're going to. I think going with a female lead in that role is far more likely.
Yeah, but
we'll see.
But Shuri's already was her own character without being black.
Right, but the thing is, they've already said 110% they're not trying to replace Chadwick. They're not trying to recast the role. So they're going to carry on with somebody who's there already.
Which is, you know what, is bullshit, because Black Panther is basically Phantom. It gets passed down through, like, they even show it, that in that story that it gets passed down to the...
Right, no, that's not, no, they're not saying, like, Black Panther, the hero isn't going to be somebody else. They're saying they're not doing something with T'Challa, basically.
They're not going to do the
exactly. T'Challa's dead.
War Machine route.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Suddenly
they're
Don
not
Cheadle
War
isn't going to be
Machine
Black
route, right.
Panther.
Right.
That would be ridiculous.
But for them, I'm saying with the multiverse opening, the door is open for them to bring like Michael B. Jordan back because everyone wanted him to stay longer.
Yeah.
And then they killed Killmonger. You know what I mean? Like
He was gonna. Don't get me wrong. Michael B. Jordan is a good actor. If they do bring him back, though, I would like them to reapprise how he acts or his role as Killmonger. Like, even if you say, for instance, if they do bring him back as Killmonger to take up the mantle as the next Black Panther, I wouldn't be like, oh, he's Black Panther in this universe, and we'll just have him come and be Black Panther. I would want him to be Killmonger in the other.
That's
still be himself, like still be him.
Still be Killmonger. But I want him to be like a different role than how he acted in this MCU, in our MCU. Like I didn't like the whole stereotypical like he's dressed like gangster or like had the little pop culture and stuff. Like I would actually have it to where like he shows military training. He shows up in like a merc outfit, or he even has spare guns on him at all times, and to show like in his actual like he goes down bringing down governments, like to show.
You want him to be like Killmonger.
Yeah, I want him to be like Killmonger, like in the actual comics. Like
Right.
You want to actually see the stuff that they describe him doing instead of just talking.
Now,
exactly, I want him to come about like
Real
when
quick.
they see him, they show true intimidation because of the marks on his body, is how many kills, and the reference of actually taking a life of how much marks he has. Like that's to show that in an intimidating way is what Killmonger was truly about. So, but anyway, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna comment on chat because he said Nightwing hated Batman and hated Jason Todd, but that's not. I mean, ultimately, Dick Grayson was just going through shit when he originally became Nightwing.
Yeah.
It's a coming of age story more than hating Batman.
Yeah.
But
real quick, I got a crazy theory for what they should do with the going off of D-Pad's suggestion about the multiverse. You know who should really become the next Black Panther?
Cool.
Now you might call me crazy, but I'm telling you, I think this is the only way to go for it. Is through the multiverse, all of a sudden out steps into Wakanda this man we thought was gone forever. And
Oh
he's
my
gonna take
God.
up the mantle.
the original War Machine.
Andy Serkis.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
You know what? I was really thinking serious. I was with you. I was see where he goes with this. And
Bruh.
this is what you do to me. This is
Oh
what you do
my
with our trust. I just want you to know. Wow.
Let him come out, and his universe counterpart speaks like Gollum the whole time.
The only if they were gonna try to make a Black Panther again, the only one I would see would be Killmonger coming back.
It's not going to
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I really think they should put Terrence Howard in that role.
be.
Well,
Very funny.
Honestly, though, I seriously think this is my opinion. I think if they do bring back a Black Panther, it's gonna be out of nowhere, as somebody coming to take it back. Maybe even one of the what was the first tribe that challenged T'Challa in the thing?
M'Baku.
M'Baku. Like M'Baku will take up the
Gorilla
seat.
one.
Yeah, he'll take up the seat. He'll come out of nowhere, but I think for the time being, like altogether, like them saying, "Hey, we're not going to reprise the role" or whatever, I feel like they're just going to leave Black Panther out completely for this time.
For now, that's fine.
Like,
No apologies ever, Aaron.
Yeah. And instead, I can see what they're going with, like making a Wakanda show to kind of show the politics of how how it's going to progress, to show how M'Baku becomes king, or who the next placeholder is going to be, but not as Black Panther, and explain that.
They could use that show to also show that they're gonna move forward where there's multiple people who are Black Panther.
Yeah, true. They could do that as well.
And then you can do M'Baku, and then you can do the lead of the I can't ever remember the actress's name, but she's the lead of the Royal Guard.
Yeah,
she could be one. Suri could be one. Literally anybody could be one, to be anywhere in the world to do whatever they need to at any given time.
Yep. They could do that as well. Kind of like the whole Batman Corporation back in DC that they made for a while. I get what you mean. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting how they play it out. There's so many things that they could do, especially with that. Especially now with WandaVision, and the whole multiverse being introduced. Like, I'm just wondering how well they play it.
And then don't forget about all the magic that's going to be introduced too, with with the 10 rings and everything that's coming too.
Oh yeah, freaking
The Mandarin.
Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings or something.
Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, man. I am so...
the real one, and not some dude that's an actor.
Oh,
Right. That was all just a ploy anyway. There was like
this dude.
there was what was it? Like extra little clips that showed that he was misusing that name.
Yeah.
Well, they also had back when Marvel had like the shorts. There was the one where he gets broken out of prison by the actual Ten Rings.
Right. That's what I was referring to.
Wow.
No.
Just poorly.
Man, how upsetting! Because remember the trailer for Iron Man 3? I watched it so many times. Listening to Ben Kingsley be like, "And you'll never see me coming."
And we were
over and over again. I was like, "Hell yeah!"
Go for that.
I was like, "Hell yeah!"
With these nano, that's not.
I was like, man, you're gonna do 10 rings against Iron Man? Okay, you know what? I don't care. I digged it. I was like, let's go. And then, it's just an actor. What the fuck?
You know how bad I was. It's the second Iron Man movie where they're cramming like 7 storylines in one movie, and they're just gonna act like it's all the same thing. And like,
they have the cool.
Is it the second one?
But the 10 rings
Iron Man had about 3 or 4 different storylines in it, going on 3 or 4 different story arcs, like different comic arcs happening at once. You had the guy come back for revenge. They had the alternate or the whiplash.
Yeah.
The government trying to take over Tony Stark stuff.
I would really like to see more Sam Rockwell in my MCU, please.
Oh yes. I loved him in that, and also best whiplash ever. What's his face?
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke, best whiplash ever. I
mean, did he have much competition?
It doesn't matter. Like nobody else should be Whiplash. He is Whiplash.
Yeah.
I agree with that. They should bring him back.
Now,
I need my bud.
Character that I want them to bring back is Daredevil.
I don't need to see any more.
Okay. All right. Since you brought up Daredevil, we know that the Daredevil show is coming.
Daredevil.
Okay, so Daredevil the show was great. All right.
Yeah. Until like the third season.
Until the third season, yeah. Third season kind of fell off.
Yeah.
But supposedly the actor is going to be reprising Daredevil, supposedly in Spider-Man and She-Hulk.
Because I heard he's supposed to be Peter's lawyer.
See, and that's where everybody's getting mixed up because people have heard rumors that you're gonna actually like they might reference him in Spider-Man, and then just later introduce her as a lawyer fighting against She-Hulk or whatever later on. You know what I mean?
Oh my God! You know what I just realized?
What?
We haven't even thought about this. Man, Marvel and Disney are geniuses. All along, the one thing we all needed in our life, we could potentially get, and that's J.K. Simmons as 2 J. Jonah Jamesons yelling at each other
through the multiverse.
One is the hard-nosed newspaper guy, and the other is a podcaster.
Yep.
Oh my God, that would be brilliant.
That's
J.K. Simmons could have a show like that, and I'd watch it. Like I'd watch multiple episodes of just that.
Oh man!
Just J.K. Simmons yelling at J.K. Simmons.
I was so happy to see J.K. Simmons because nobody should have ever played J. Jonah Jameson after how well he did in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man as that role.
Real quick, Sam Raimi grew up right like 15 minutes from my house.
Oh wow!
Just a little, Michigan factoid.
Nice.
I didn't even know.
Oh, you're famous.
I know Eminem did too, but fuck him. It's Sam Raimi all the way.
Yeah.
So much stuff.
No, I don't know. As far as the Black Panther thing goes, they could cast anyone. Who cares, really?
No,
it's just a role.
Because you got to make sure that whoever they decide to cast as Black Panther needs to make sure they do right by Chadwick.
Well, no.
They can't
hang on.
recast T'Challa.
No,
T'Challa is Chadwick Boseman.
T'Challa is not being recasted, and they've already said that they're not touching T'Challa.
But I'm not.
Black Panther is just a mantle. It's literally.
Right. But the next actor that they find to carry the mantle needs to be of the caliber of Chadwick Boseman.
It should be. They should get. They should look into.
So,
it shouldn't be Michael B. Jordan. You know who they should look into? Two really hot prospects recently. If they want somebody who's kind of got a name behind them, either Lakeith Stanfield or is it John David Washington, or whatever.
I think him doing that role though. Like I can't see Disney picking him up only because he was doing Ballers recently, and that's like the image with it. I don't see them picking him just for that reason alone.
Who was in Ballers? I don't. John David Washington,
the guy you just mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch
Only
much
for
TV, so I won't have
reason.
known that.
Only for that one reason, because Ballers is a very adult show about pro ball life, mainly football, and he's wilding.
Yeah,
The
but
guy's wilding. He's wilding out. I don't see him getting him, just for that one reason.
But Disney just took over a lot of stuff that was rated R and a lot of messed up stuff too, and they're still.
I mean,
You guys know who his dad is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Denzel, that's
actually had no idea.
remember the title.
I had no idea they were related, to be honest.
Really?
I did not
Yeah,
know.
but-
I never even thought to think, oh, Washington. I wonder. I never even thought about
Washington's a
that.
super common last name, and so I could get it. But yeah, no,
He has
it's
the
dead.
same
And-
smile.
and-
What are you guys talking about?
Do
You don't
they?
know, okay?
Look, hang
They
on.
do.
To be well,
They
look,
do.
when he's like full on cheesing, sure. But the only things I've seen him in are Black Klansman, Tenet, and Malcolm and Marie, where he's like, he's not a smiley character in any of those things. He's like straight
Okay,
faced,
fair enough.
none of
He's
that.
from
So I did not know.
Also, to be fair, when he did auditions for a long time, he tried to hide his identity, which I don't know how you thought you were gonna pull that shit off. But he didn't want to. He wanted to get on the merit of his own acting ability, so he tried to downplay the relation, and he didn't use the last name for a while. He used his mom's last name.
Dude, good for him. He's he's great.
He's a great actor. He's a great actor. He was awesome in Ballers. Yeah, that's who we're talking about. The dude from Tenet, this Black Panther. He would be a great choice.
I'm saying he would, but I'm saying that's the only reason they wouldn't do it is because of the recent affiliation. Like,
As long as he's willing to go straight laced from now on. Like, honestly, if Robert Downey Jr. can get a role with Disney,
What are you guys talking about? What, you guys, no, definitely not. That doesn't matter. Scarlett Johansson, in the middle of playing Black Widow, went and did a movie about where she's an alien who eats humans and does full frontal nudity in that movie.
Wait,
What you do outside of it does not
which
matter.
movie? Just asking for a friend.
under the skin, I think is what it's called.
well, okay, I just said it because like I don't know, like
Yeah, Under the
I
Skin.
feel like he did it beforehand. Like, if he didn't do anything at all, and then he did this, maybe it'd be different. But I don't know.
But,
Like,
I mean, but that doesn't. I don't think any of
Robert
that matters.
Downey
I'm
Jr.
just saying,
was the worst person on Earth for a while.
right? Yeah, he had like
Yeah, he was
huge
still
drug
doing
problems and stuff, and Iron Man was what brought him back, basically.
Right.
But what I'm just
Iron Man
saying is-
saved his career. It gave
If
him
they
one.
wanted, I only suggest Lakeith Stanfield or John David Washington because if they want somebody who, one, both of them are great actors, and I think either one could potentially take on this actiony role and do really well with it, and then hit all of the like subtler things that Black Panther had as far as like identity and culture and dealing with like outside world and whatever. But it also gives them like up and coming actors who, just like Chadwick Boseman was at the time when he was cast, is on the rise, and they could catch them real quick, and that star power can like shoot up the movies like high.
Oh yeah, for
Because
sure.
because Chadwick Boseman, right before that, he did 42 about Jackie Robinson, which is an amazing movie, and then he did Get On Up, which is about James Brown, which maybe not on the same level of 42, but he did really good.
I was about to say, compared to the 242 by far.
42 is an amazing
Chadwick
movie.
Boseman
I always
wasn't
watch that.
like a household name comparatively. He had been in a great
was,
movie,
right.
and that does not make you a household name.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. But if I was talking to just somebody in general and said John David Washington, they'd be like, who? Or if I said Lakeith Stanfield, they'd go, who?
Right.
I think it depends.
They're not like super known names at this point. John David Washington has one, because he did Tenet, that's like the highest profile movie he has.
Not a lot of people have seen Ballers. That's,
Right.
Plus, he's not even the main character in that, so I can get that. He's not even the main star in that show. He's like,
you say Ballers, and when you said that, I was like, what? I was like, isn't that the show about The Rock or something?
It is.
Yeah.
That's literally
It's a
all I
show.
know.
Now, to be
Actually,
fair,
I'm really stoked.
NFL franchise.
Yeah, him and Mark Wahlberg show they produced together, whatever.
Now,
Wahlberg?
how funny do you
Sure.
think it is that The Rock played the character trying to buy an NFL team, and then The Rock bought the XFL?
Really?
Wait, what? Why
don't
would
know
he want to? Why would he want to buy that horrible thing?
Because
He
he
talked to Vince and said, "Hey Vince."
wants to try to make it come back.
He's like, "Hey Vince, I know, look, you're not doing anything with the XFL. No one cares about the $1 million game. Let me get the league. Let me, Rocky Johnson. Let me, Dwayne Johnson, buy the league from me."
It wasn't let me. It was Vince lost the money, and it got sold at an auction. And The Rock teamed up with a bank, and they worked together, and they bought it.
Well, now I gotta see this. I can see how this goes now. 'Cause I'm guessing the management is gonna be different.
stop advertising Lay's on my stream. I
Sorry.
get paid.
Eat some barbecue Lays, guys.
Wow.
So he's apparently a co-owner with longtime business partner Danny Garcia
Yep, and
So he really-
Garcia.
for $15 million.
Yep, exactly. They
What
bought
about
it.
the whole league? $15 million?
That's basically a song.
Well, no, the reason why is because literally, so the XFL failed in 2001, and before almost anything could happen with its relaunch, COVID happened, and it went
killed-
under. It tanked.
Yep.
Dude,
$15
I
million? It
I
sounds
think-
so cheap for.
I don't know.
for Diddy.
maybe if he can make some deal with whatever network runs like Total Wipeout or American Ninja Warrior and just make it into some really goofy football type show instead.
No,
I mean, it's kind of already there.
XFL is never gonna
Ridiculous.
XFL is never gonna be a serious competitor.
I saw that.
Well, maybe, you know what? Maybe it could. I feel like, but it can't run at the same time as the NFL. That's the only, if they do that, if they run like an opposite season,
It should be
They-
springtime. Spring,
right, it should
summer.
work. As long as they do it like not with the colliding with the NFL, it'll work.
Vince
Man, you
had
were
it-
just using all the
Jokey, you are an ass.
advertise all the shit, man. Like, what are you doing? I get a bag out here, man. You messed up the whole
Hey,
operation.
can you review those chips for us?
Oh yeah, we got some good barbecue flavored Lays right now.
I'd be like
It's the
if
medium
I
size.
like turn my glass like logo out. I don't know if anyone can see it, but it has the Jaeger logo on it. Well, to be fair,
Yeah, I mean-
Aaron, Arkansas isn't worth a stop. So
No, I was
having
about
professional
to
teams.
I was actually going to say that might actually be a smarter way to go. If the XFL could turn their thing into basically being a farm system for the NFL and potentially put teams in areas where there aren't teams, that may be
So,
the
see,
best possible thing you could hope for.
That's what Vince tried to do the second time around. But like you said,
No, he didn't. They
COVID
put a fucking team right next to the Dallas Cowboys. I
Yeah,
don't
they
know. You
didn't-
might
they
you
didn't
might
do
not
that
know
all.
this. You might not know this about Arlington, but the Texas Rangers, the Dallas Cowboys, their stadiums are probably about 10 minutes away from each other, if even that. And the XFL team is in the old Rangers Stadium, Globe Life
I know.
Park, which
Okay.
is right across the street from Globe Life Field.
So some
Okay.
places, yes, he did not, whatever. But he put a football team back in St. Louis. That turned out to be huge. Apparently, a second football team in Seattle worked. The football team in Washington had fans.
I mean,
Was
obviously
working,
they're going for
but
places where there's a market.
up.
and likelihood of people actually showing up, and not necessarily just
It's
in the
started-
boonies or in flyover country.
If
What
they
I'm saying
were
is
in
for
major
a while.
cities and states that didn't have teams, that would be a good thing. If they were like a step above the CFL, that'd be fantastic.
The issue was that he was putting out a good brand of football. The problem happened was COVID. COVID fucking
No. You,
No, he already
can't say
failed once.
you can't say that because it failed once. It wasn't a
Yeah,
good
that first
brand.
time, the $1 million game was.
But the first time
that was
he played in 2000, he was having people fucking put nicknames on the back of the jerseys, and he was selling it as a fucking gimmick. This time around,
It is a gimmick.
Legit.
It is a gimmick. It's
fucking
football, and we're a little bit more lax on the rules.
This time around, he came out with actual rules. It actually fucking played as football. It was working. I was watching it. It was entertaining. It
I
was.
actually did watch the weekly
Name
Chisel
rejected
Adonis.
in Washington.
COVID ruined it. He had it. The second time around, it was going to work. He was playing it off the NFL. He wasn't playing at the same time as the NFL, and it was going to work. But COVID fucked it up for him. And then he lost his ass because he invested so much money into it, and he got screwed. Absolutely screwed by the pandemic.
I get that.
Yeah, it
Seems like
sucks.
make better business.
It sucks, but I assume The Rock will make this a very good thing.
Oh yeah, because he's
If The
played the
Rock
sports.
comes back with it, if The Rock comes back with it with the same way how it started, how the second starting of it happened, if he builds off of that and
Different rules.
adds and tweaks just a couple more things, it's gonna work. Because I'm telling you, if COVID didn't happen, the XFL wouldn't have gone under. He would have made it.
They
mean,
can just
aren't
go with the rules of
aren't there
1990 and that'd be fine.
No. Like, isn't there some different scoring rules?
Yeah, but that's only after you score a touchdown. They offered another way of making, they offered a 3-point try, and that was a play from the 20-yard line if you really wanted to catch up. And then that was it. Like, you know what I mean? They just added
It's the
something
league in
else.
real life.
I wish. I'd like to see him start suplexing people out there.
Yeah, you'd have to make that a lot
Drop
more,
elbows and stuff.
a lot more choreographed, and also you'd have to pay them a lot fucking more money.
I feel like everyone should be allowed one clothesline, like a legitimate clothesline per like.
You're talking about
You
NFL
stop.
in the 90s then. That's all it is. Because
Dude,
NFL in the
I saw-
90s was amazing.
Dude, I still remember that one dude from the Packers taking that nasty ass clothesline to the somersault. I was like, yo, what is this? Is this real life? Or are you doing this? I think his career was over after that. Whole ass clothesline.
Yeah, nobody
Still
gets
have the balls
Theismann
out.
anymore.
No, because you can't. Like, the quarterback, I don't want to be that guy, but the quarterbacks. If you're going into a quarterback and you are going too fast and he gets the pass off, and you can't stop your speed and you hit him, you get a roughing the passer charge immediately. I'm like, how? Like, you can't,
Yes,
you're
it-
already in motion. Like, you kept going. You couldn't stop yourself. You're already right there. Should got rid of the ball sooner.
Yes, Trump did
So that's
try to
our
make the
pocket.
AFL. He also wrestled once.
He did it. Did he try to run it at the same time as the NFL? Wasn't that the flaw in that whole thing? So
It was.
basically, they need to be like Nintendo among the game systems and max out in their own lane. Get in their lane and just max out and wild out within their lane, and it'll work. It'll work. But I believe what you were saying. Like if your events plan was working, and they keep going with that, it'll work.
If they
work.
go spring, summer, it'll be a lot better for them.
And
I'm just saying,
They
if
were
I play a
going-
game, if I play an
They went
XFL
back.
game and I don't get a special on somebody during the game, I can't like powerbomb somebody, I'm gonna be disappointed. Someone has to catch a rock bottom or a German suplex or something for a stop. I'm not gonna buy the game. We're just gonna put
Every
that out.
every halftime show, The Rock comes out and does the people's elbow on somebody. He drops the people's elbow on the losing quarterback.
Blitz.
Damn.
They have that.
E-Pad, you are super quiet, man. I'm having trouble hearing you.
He's saying they've already got it. They got Blitz.
Yeah, they have NFL.
Oh.
Yeah. That was mentioned in chat. It should be NFL Blitz, the league in real life.
Blitz was a fun game. Way back in the day.
Bro, did you ever play the quarterback and you like, my man, when you about to get hit, you do like the slide on him and you just totally go out the way, and the lineman's looking stupid. Went all the way right, you went left. It was beautiful. Until you caught an injury and you broke your leg. So then you had to be on the sideline getting drugged up. But besides that, it was beautiful.
Yeah, I remember. That was like 2008.
I loved it. I loved every part. I love Lawrence Taylor in that game. I loved every part of that game.
Now I'm talking about Blitz on like PlayStation 1, maybe PlayStation 2.
N64.
Or yeah, N64 possibly. Yeah.
Well, at that time they could still use NFL teams. That was before.
No, that's what I definitely because I didn't know shit about football, but I very clearly remember the only reason I ever knew who John Elway was because he was he was a character in that game.
John Elway,
He was a character, period.
He was in Blitz, and I would always pick the team that had him and use them.
So the Broncos. You would the Broncos.
Yeah, I guess so.
He's still a character.
You know the old insurance commercials he's doing. Still a character. I'm like, how are you even doing? Okay, cool.
Yeah, there are 2 Blitz games. There's at least 2. I think there's actually 3 total.
It's the regular Blitz, and then I remember hockey had like the alternative. What was it? Hits, and it was like you play hockey, but I think it's only 3 players. So you have a goalie and like 2 other players, but you only have 3-on-3. And it's kind of the same thing, but like hockey, so not as cool. But it was still it was enjoyable to play.
Yeah, Blitz 2's league was prison football.
I saw that when I saw that preview. I'm like, are we really doing that? Like, is this where we're at
prison
now?
football.
So this football is so tough; it can only be played in prison. Okay,
Right.
Cool.
Like people like fucking died in that game.
Wait, why didn't The Rock make a movie about that while he was making some like
Gridiron gang with the
yeah?
He
What he's
hasn't-
making?
He hasn't yet. That doesn't mean he won't.
Oh man.
I'm just saying, he hasn't yet. He may one day.
He could.
He got the XFL, but anything's possible. I'm just waiting for him to be an oversight. With him as an actual player, I'm wondering if his management is going to be the thing that carries it, or his charisma, his reputation is going to be the thing that carries it. I kind of want to see how his management skills are, seeing as how he played the sport for a great deal of his life. Kind of want to see how he's going to do to protect the players and know all the stuff they know. Or it's going to be like, all right, new rules.
I don't know if it's going to be anything like his time as a wrestler. They're all going to be free agents, and he can just fuck them over on all sorts of shit.
So they're all going to be contracted players.
Yeah, there you go. Contract.
Independent contracted,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know, they can't go anywhere else.
Well, yeah, there's the Tom Brady rule, which is if you hit a quarterback anywhere near the knees, it's a roughing the passer.
Oh, throw a tuck rule in there.
But only if his name is Tom Brady.
Yeah, what if his name is Tom Brady?
Because if you hit Patrick
When they're good,
Mahomes,
yeah.
they did, and they didn't throw a fucking flag.
Oh, Tom Brady.
Like, I remember watching a game where Tom Brady actually like pointed to his knees after that rule was created. Like he pointed to his knees, like he touched my knee. Like it was the funniest thing ever. I was like, all right, that is truly. It's just like there was a Calvin Johnson rule.
Yeah, we all saw that. I don't even want to talk about the Bears game. We all saw what happened. I'm not gonna discuss it again. We know what happened. It's on every highlight, every countdown of bullshit. You'll see the play.
I'm gonna say, sure, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, here's the play.
He doesn't watch sports. Don't even bother.
I don't watch football. I
Don't even bother. It's a painful Detroit memory. We don't need it.
Oh God! Come on.
I don't need that pain in my life right now.
That was a
Come
catch.
on, we did it. And then nope. Called it.
I like
Cool.
I like just watching Jokey's not said anything for like 20 minutes,
He's
and
like,
I just
"Fuck
like
sports."
I just like looking at his like dead expression the whole time.
Okay, I'm like the most casual sports fan. Only 'cause my brother played, and I kind of play a little bit. My brother played in college, but I like watching people talk about it who are funny. Like this guy Chisel Adonis, he goes over all kinds of sports, and it's so funny that I watch it just to like. I intentionally did not watch Super Bowl. I watched Super Bowl, but watch him stream it and him get commentary on it. And then I watched the highlights video he did like 4 days later, just because I wanted to see the jokes, just because I wanted to see the shots of Tom Brady's eyes, showing like, oh, you want to play around? Okay, watch this slant pass, slant pass, go long, catch a Gronk, touchdown. You're in there.
All right. I googled anime. This is all I did. I googled anime,
Okay.
and I want everyone's opinion because we all watch anime, right? D-pad.
Yeah.
All right. So the first one on popular anime that comes up is Attack on Titan.
Yep. Makes sense.
You guys all watch that?
Mhm.
So you guys are current.
No.
Anybody current on Attack on Titan?
No, but who cares?
I am not, man.
I'm not. Waiting for it to end now.
I saw a guy.
Yeah.
I saw a chick turn to one and she jumped and the other Titans killed. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tag out of this. Tag it, man. I'm out of here.
We should
I
watch
started games,
Urinating
bro.
Tree.
What?
I don't know.
All right. So wait, what's the next on this popular anime list you're doing?
It is Yashahime, Princess Half Demon.
Yeah, don't know
That's
that.
a new one.
Don't know it.
There's a new one.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
brand
okay.
new.
I see what you're looking at. And then One Piece is right after that.
No. It's Kakaguri. Kakiguri.
Oh, I'm looking at a different one.
I don't know what the fuck. This is Google.
What
Kakiguri
the-
is that gambling one, the school gambling.
Oh yeah, that one's interesting. That's an interesting one.
It's fucked up. What are you talking about?
It's
love that one.
interesting.
It
Okay,
is
what do you
fucked
see?
up.
Let's see pictures on mine. It's showing me like the top. This popular anime. I'm seeing like the pictures at the top.
Are you looking
like,
at
the
top picks for you or just popular anime?
No, I typed in popular anime and then it just.
No. I just typed in
Just-
anime.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I typed in popular, but I'm getting what your list was: Attack on Titan, Yashahime, or whatever. Which, oh, that's the goddamn Inuyasha
Same thing.
sequel or whatever.
Oh, is it?
I think Kakaguri. I watched 1 season or 2 seasons, whatever was on Netflix. I kind of was into it, but I like gambling, so watching them play a bunch of different games.
Why is Avengers
It's
on
fun.
here? Like, what is this?
Then it's
YouTuber that makes
Black
fun of sports. Oh,
Clover.
that's Urinating Tree? Okay. Berserk is a good anime. Oh,
Berserk. I don't know if I'd say the anime is good. The anime's all sorts of fucked up. Berserk's great. Berserk's
manga
great.
is better.
The anime was, the anime got
which
like,
anime
got cut
are we
off too
talking
soon.
about?
Well, there's the original that came out, which
Right.
again only tells like a fraction of the story, and then they did all those like weird CGI
Movies.
ones. Yeah. The manga's fantastic though.
All right, guys. I have to get some sleep because I have to get up early tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for having me. I'll
And you a
catch you.
bitch.
Yeah, I know, right?
We're going longer than usual.
No,
We're,
this
like,
is time to like go. Actually, Jokey, you're not like. This-
Okay. I'm not crazy or
We're
anything.
at 3 hours,
I
15 minutes. We go 3 hours normally.
Oh, yeah, because I have to lay down tile tomorrow morning, so I need some sleep right now.
Is that a
Yeah, do that.
euphemism?
No,
I don't know what
I,
it'd be for, but
I'm Mexican, so usually we're laying tile somewhere. So. But I'll catch you guys.
Depot. I got it.
I gotta be sitting out there waiting to get something done, you know. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for having me out here, guys.
No problem. Wait, before you go, we're just gonna end it so you don't mess up my entire screen. Actually, you know, what? Go ahead. We'll go, and I'll just put it to the end screen.
Alright.
D-pad already looks like he's asleep over there. Just
I ain't sleeping. I'm just looking at my fucking
sleep
phone.
texting. Sleep texting.
D-pad always at 2:30. D-pad always looks like he's asleep.
No, like you know, I would have been here early, but you know, so.
Next week we go next week. You can go till 7. Jesus. Well, it is 2:30 a.m. for us. Well,
Yeah.
most of us.
Speak for yourself.
Wait,
Actually, just like 3 of us. It's only 1:30 for Krim. It was like, I don't know, 11:30 for Jokey. No, 12:30.
okay.
Thanks to FLC M2 D-pad, who just changed his name to
D-pad.
the D-pad. Yeah. And
Yeah, exactly. Since everyone calls me D-pad,
It was
I might as
D-pad
well
Jet
go with it.
86 before, but
it
now
was
it's just
D-pad Jet
D,
or D-pad
D
Jet.
underscore pad
D
86.
Padgett.
Oh,
Padgett.
Padgett.
D-pad.
D-bag? Was it D-bag?
Oh.
D-bag it.
A lot of pocket, man. I was gonna say that.
All right, and then we have Audio God 1:30. Your
Instead of
Central
being
Time,
old,
Aaron.
it's just old, like old VR.
Yeah, it's actually dog. If you look at it real close, it's just dog.
Oh, okay.
'Cause that's what I smell like. Anyway,
All right, then.
I don't know, man. I've been drinking.
Okay.
I've had a few. Anyway, thanks everyone. I appreciate it. Thanks Aaron for the subscription. Catch me on Twitch and catch us all on Twitch. Actually, I'll be back
Same.
Monday and tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah, I usually go early tomorrow. I don't know what's happening tomorrow because my brother needs me to help move shit.
I'm about to say you usually go at like.
But I try early on the weekends.
You usually fucking start streaming.
Aaron, I totally knew that. I figured it out. Mystery was solved. But you have a good night. Everyone watching, have a good night. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe and make sure that bell's on so you get notifications when I go live or post a new video, if I ever post a new video. And Jokey doesn't show up in the background while I'm recording.
Yeah, the setup's coming.
Yeah.
Setup video.